and welcome to another Saturday stream of RogueTech. We're going to be returning back to the Black Sheep Squadron, and hello, Raider, welcome to the stream. As it is time for more Mech Mansion Madness. Alrighty, so we're going to be streaming for about 2 hours, as we often do on Saturdays. If I my issues already. Test. Check to see how that. Oh, yeah. Let's try that one. How about that? Okay, after peaking out my mic absolutely to the maximum. There we go. Alrighty, so that was a little bit irritating, but hey, it seems to be rather common at this point. Alright, so hello everybody, and welcome to another Saturday stream of RogueTech. We are going to be streaming the Black Sheep Squadron once again for another 2 hours. Hopefully we can have a little bit of fun with this one. And yeah, we are now on version 0.999. Everybody has been updated to the maximum. It took about 3 months, just like with the last group. Maybe, yeah, about 3 months. In order to actually get everything fully kitted out and ready once again. We have modified a couple of the mechs, of course, because, well, actually the mainline ones are pretty normal. However, we took the opportunity to build the Clint and the, which is the other one, the Rapier. Managed to just build these into something. I was basically out of parts for most things, so I decided to just throw whatever I had left onto these two, and such. We made the Clint into kind of a tag machine. It's got a tagger as well as an LRM with NARC, and we decided to toss on an Ultra AC-5 because I had one and I'm out of double heatsink kits, so trying to stack a whole ton of, well, laser weapons onto it wouldn't exactly work out all that great. It's not a great mech, if I'm completely honest. It's kind of slow. It's not particularly well armed. It is well armored, though, and it should be a slot filler should the worst happen. The Rapier, on the other hand, I'm a little bit happier with. It's not a great mech by any stretch of the imagination, but we basically decided to go with the SRM bomber technique. So we had a fire control system missile, I believe from the Trebuchet before we swapped it out for the pirate fire control system, and throw on a SRM 12 pack along with some listen kill ammo and the normal small laser, ER medium laser, and an Exostar laser. These things are ridiculously hot now. Round out the normal weapon systems, and of course we made it extra stealthy in order to turn it into a fairly decent SRM bomber by tossing on the IFF jammer, a warfare suite, and the stealth armor, as well as giving it a fairly decently fast engine. This thing, it will sprint, according to this, at 11.6, which isn't bad. So hopefully he'll be able to move around and backstab people from behind. But with any luck, we won't have to use either of those mechs, and we'll just continue on with our mainline group. So it is the start of the month. Oh, one more thing I'd like to draw attention to. We have a brand new custom logo for the Black Sheep. Lauren Dell over from the Discord, and also shows up here on occasion, decided to make us a wonderful new decal. It's absolutely gorgeous. We have our brand new goat, and it is relatively cool. I'm quite happy with how it turned out, and I'm, well, very happy to have it. So let's go check out and prep our contract for the day. I figured we wanted to start on something a little bit fun. Unfortunately, we're down to nothing more than escort groups. So with that in mind, I started looking through which escorts would probably be for money and which ones would have to be for salvage. And so, of course, a 5 of 21 absolutely must be for salvage. No other thing would make sense. So these two missions we're going to be taking for salvage. Price of discretion we will end up taking for cash. And then we'll just sort of see where things lay after that. So let's go the prisoner first. And we're going to go for maximum salvage. It is against the local pirate organization, which will make our lives just that little bit easier. So let's get everybody kitted out. Of course, the Black Sheep herself will be in her crab. Flatline gets his hatchet man back. Apex, none other than our Arbiter pilot, and the Trebuchet, of course, has to go to Punisher. So we'll kit everybody out, all loaded and ready to rock. So let's drop down to the planet and have a little bit of fun. So it wasn't actually too onerous to set up the Black Sheep as compared to Ripper's Rumblers. Ripper's Rumblers has way more mechs, and I had to work through a lot more complications than that one. Also, a couple of the Ripper's Rumblers mechs literally couldn't be built with the way that the new critical slot system was working, and so we had to modify them slightly. But every single mech for the Black Sheep Squadron worked out beautifully, mostly because we're not actually pushing the limits of the critical slot system on any of these mechs. So that worked out nicely. I did make one minor change to the Trebuchet. It normally has an LRM in the chest and an LRM in the arm. We moved the one from the chest into the arm because now apparently it has double arms. I didn't think it had that before, but now it's got LRM fists in either side for that little bit of extra accuracy, hopefully. By the way, the Hydrants versus Lyran match, I'd like to see the Gorn. Yes, okay, so I will be putting up a in the Discord, I will be putting up a poll. So make sure you vote in there when I do put it up. I'm going to link the Discord right now in case anybody wants to join. It's a small, little, tiny Discord. We don't do a whole heck of a lot, if I'm completely honest, but it's there to have fun. We recently started a Mech HQ game and included pretty much anybody on the Discord who wanted to join, and so that's been a lot of fun as well. So, yeah, still prepping for combat, not yet ready to drop. So, yeah, but Gorn currently is winning, although there was one vote for Klingons, and Klingons are not yet an option. So yeah, probably sometime tomorrow, maybe tonight after the stream, I will be putting up a poll on the Discord just to see where everybody's head's at. I know my Starfleet Command content is, ironically, not the most popular content on my channel anymore, considering that's where we started, but it still holds a very special place to me, so we're not getting rid of it anytime soon. So a 1.5 skull mission at 221,400 C-bills for 5 of 21 priority salvage. Let's go drop in on him with our A-team lance. Our only lance at this point. Probably should have pulled the javelin out of storage as well, but we didn't have enough parts to turn it into anything. So let's go over there. Oh, lovely. We're actually going to be up high and the blocking force is down low, so we'll be able to take advantage of some altitude on that one. So let's sprint off and get on top of them as soon as possible. Actually, do you have a supercharger? I forget. You don't. Okay. So we'll just sprint off forward and see if we can't get a little peek with our little mini Wolverine. Oh, we got a Blackjack BJX1 or 1X. That's already pretty nice. We had better not what? Let's open fire and kill everybody. Oh, we hit him with something. Was it the tagger? I'm not sure if it was our tagger or our tag. Yeah, you do have it. So that tagger does more damage than 1 damage. So that we hit him with the haywire already. So he's been haywired. So we've got that moving forward. And I don't think the Hatchet Man is going to have a movement. Do you have special equipment? You do. Okay, turn on the supercharger. Let's see how that helps you out. It doesn't. Oh, it's because it's still off. Can I turn it on? Alright, there we go. Okay, that's what I was looking to see. I just want to get up forward into them to see what's going on. One shield, getting rid of Starfleet Command. Yeah, I don't intend to get rid of it anytime soon. It's very near and dear to my heart. It's where we started, and, well, it's too much fun to drop. Especially not because the community is starting to work more on improving the base game. So we play Starfleet Command Orion Pirates, or Orion Pirates Plus, which is a mod that was made by a guy named Firesoul a pretty long time ago, actually. And he has in his mod a ton of different ship models and the like, which is one of the things that originally attracted me to it. Well, now the guys over at the Hot and Spicy forums, when they're modifying the game, one of the things they want to do now is they want to start improving the ship models to be a little bit more beautiful and, you know, more like what you would expect. Oh, okay, so the cooling pod is now an activatable. That's fascinating. Oh, wow, it all has to be turned on now. That kinda sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, mask is a fail state of 10%. That's probably because of the pirate engine, if I'm completely honest. If I turn them both on, what would we look at? We're going to have to enjoy a couple of these things. So it's still 10%. Okay, so let's move as fast as we possibly can. We'll get right on top of him. It's only going to be a 24, but the Wolfhound is not going to know what hit him. Oh, we ran over a geothermal vent. That's unfortunate. Open fire! Oh, we managed to hit him with the ER laser and one of our larges already. In fact, I'd like to see more. Well, we're at a pretty full schedule at this point, so we really can't make any more. We upload 7 days a week and we stream twice, and to be fair, one of those streams is actually getting really hard to manage, just with the way that work is going out. I try and keep the Wednesday stream just as active as it should be, but it's getting difficult at sometimes. Do I have a shot at you with LRMs? 27, that'll be good enough. He's a light mech, may as well just fire as we come in towards him. Although, at the end of the day, he's probably going to get killed by the flatline with the Hatchet Man. Probably just walk up to him, cut him. So he does have an AMS system, which is protecting him a little bit from our incoming missiles. There's quite a few of those we start running into. And a couple of hits on the Arbiter. Ooh, that took a headshot. That's very unfortunate. So Apex has been shot in the head, which is not good by anybody's stretch of the imagination. We would like to get a little bit more firepower going down on you. It's still going to be... Oh, it's a 30%, so that's not terrible. Oh, but that's a 76. I cannot possibly give up that. That's too good a chance to not shoot it, especially because just how incredibly weak he actually appears to be. So he shot down 3 with his AMS, but that's not going to be super effective for him. Apex got unemployment with the... Yes, she does. She's going to be out for a little while. Starfleet Command is only 20 minutes in RogueTech. Well, so there's a couple of reasons for that. One, Starfleet Command more easily fits into bite-sized chunks. Like, I kind of wanted to make 20-minute episodes to be sort of the thing. It makes it easy to just sort of pick it up and watch it. That way you're not having to block out large portions of your day to go watch Starfleet Command. And so that's kind of why it's my cheap and cheerful short version, which everybody can just easily get into. And also, because the missions fit into these small, discrete time slots versus RogueTech, where it's not all that uncommon that we'll have a single episode or a single mission per episode. I mean, that happens pretty frequently, actually, because it's a much slower game in the way that it plays out, or at least a much more extended game. Which isn't a bad thing. I think it adds a little bit because it keeps things nice and... how do I describe it? It keeps things varied, so you're not sort of locked into the same thing every single time. I think we got to chop up this blackjack just to make sure that he doesn't hurt me too badly. Yeah, it's a 5 of 1 priority salvage, but we're going to run into 2 other lances. I don't want to take too much damage on this. We've already taken a headshot, which is pretty bad. Alright, Black Sheep. Time to get right behind him. Let's fire down into his back. Only 59, that's not great. Oh, good, lovely. Just ripped out all of his mech at this point. Alrighty, so the enemy, except for Stinger, I believe... oh, no, there's going to be another mech somewhere around here. Some laser fire coming out. Hatchet Man managing to shrug some of that off, but it is starting to add up, and we do not like it when damage adds up. Apex, zip around to his back. We don't actually quite know where that last mech is, which is somewhat concerning. And burn him down. Yes. Goodbye. So 75% of the blocking units have been defeated. Okay, so he's off over there in the corner. There's no way you're going to get to him. Is your system still on? Turn it off, please. Oh, good. It actually does have a prompt. And we're also going to have to turn off the Black Sheep's mask, because I don't want to risk it. We don't have a target here yet, so that's a bit unfortunate. So we're just going to lock that down. Black Sheep.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Yeah, turn it off. Mask off. It's a 50% fail. Ooh, I'm glad we remembered it this time. And turn the hot rod off. And that'll turn all of your systems off? Yes, lovely. Okay, I believe it goes back down, but I'm not positive on that. Okay, do you have some sort of stealth armor coming on here? Because that's a little bit concerning, the fact that I can't see you, and we're relatively close to you. So we'll get on the move and just move the entire group up forward, take advantage of our altitude, so that we can fire down upon the enemy and make it so they can't actually hurt us. Okay, it is a javelin. Okay, nothing too special. Of course, he can nail us with a whole bunch of SROs, but we should be able to handle that without too much trouble. Let us get Flatline into position. He might be able to chop this guy in half in one move. Ooh, wow, are you some kind of special stealthy javelin? Because I can't see you and my chances to hit you are terrible. Well, whatever you were, you're not much left anymore. Oh yeah, he had a lot of interesting kit on board. If he's not dead, I'll be kind of surprised, because I would expect an XL engine out of something like that. Is he dead? He's not. Interesting.
Good to go.
Okay, it's time shooting Scoot. Let's aim down at him. Core him out? Yeah, let's just... well, we have an opportunity. Let's go for the leg. I don't think it'll go for the leg. I think she'll core him out immediately, but you never know. Foot destroyed, so we've got that going for us. Come on, eject, dude. All your buddies are dead. You may as well get out. Nope, he decides he wants to hang around. Apex, you're just going to add to the mayhem at this point, which you can't see, unfortunately, so just walk up right to him. We're going to shut off the narc launcher because I'm getting kind of low on narcs. How many... we got a chance? Oh, we have a chance. If I blow this up, it needs 2 shots from the ER medium, so it's got to shoot everything.
Copy that.
Got the leg? Okay, whatever's in that thing, we're going to get. We already lost the Beagle probe that was in the other shoulder, but I'll be interested to see if it was packed to the gills on both sides. Let's, do we need to chill out? I think we're all good on heat, so I'll just move right on into... oh, Trebuchet, you don't have any equipment, right? Stayed off. Okay, lovely.
Roger.
Alright, so we are on the target. Let's free the prisoners and start getting things underway. Okay, so we are moving apparently right down the mountain. Either that or that's where the enemy group is going to be. Say, heavy-wheeled APC already on the move. And are you guys stuck? I hope not. So we've got... something? Huh, I'm not quite sure what's up with the primary target here. So escort the Lyran convoy to the dropship zone, which is over here. Eliminate the reinforcements and ensure all Lyran... okay, I got it. Hello, Lorendell. We've got your brand new image, which is now linked to the thing, which is absolutely lovely. So everybody, give Lorendell a round of applause for his fantastic contribution of the brand new Black Sheep Squadron symbol, which I am just still thrilled with. Okay, we got to get relatively quickly over here. The best way to do that is going to be, honestly, right up this mountain. Just going to have to get there first. Out in the open is a bit of an unfortunate place to be. Maybe we can get a little bit of movement extra going on here. Jump a little bit more? No, jump would just place us right in the middle of the water, and we don't care to be there. Although we are getting a little bit unstable, and I'm not super happy about that. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. So we've got several of our Discord people here, some of them from our Mech HQ game, which we recently started. The Striking Serpents, a brand new mech company, which will hopefully not get killed on their first contract in the year 3030. We recently entered the Duchy of Andurian, doing a little bit of work for them in May, I believe it is, at the moment. Okay, so we do want to get a shot down on this commando. I think I'd prefer it if I could just get a side angle on this one. Am I facing? I'm not facing the right direction at all. Okay, we'll come up here, just see what we can do with LRMs. 86, okay, this could kill the commando outright, depending on how we cluster. Okay, a fairly decent shot from the LRMs, doing a wonderful job with that one. Alright, the Black Sheep, will she have a shot from out here? She does, kind of. It's not a great shot. I don't... And this, well, 33% is not terrible. And we hit him with both the with the C3 Master and one of our lasers. So we're working pretty good on that one. This commando is probably having a really bad day already. I'm quite happy with how things are turning out. Flatline won't have a target, but Apex can kind of give him one, so she'll sprint up high. If we can get a shot on... You have ER mediums, you should be able to see him. Oh, that's why. Do I go for the location? I don't think we do. I think we just try and get some altitude on him? Huh. It's an interesting question. He's in a pretty rough spot for me to actually engage, although everybody else has been getting absolutely perfect shots on him. So Arbor might be able to come just completely wipe him out. First, we got to check to see what we just saw. Oh, I'm very, very happy I didn't come up here. So we got a Flea, a Commando, and a Stinger, which is not terrible at all. We should be able to take it on without too much trouble. Turn on the arcade wire just to prove a point, really. Okay, decent amount of hits going on. Flatline can not quite make it, but if we go Supercharger on, can Flatline make it? That'll be the real question. No, he'll still be slightly out of range, which is very unfortunate. So, you know what? We're going to go up high, because I do anticipate we should be able to shoot this Commando down. Or, you know, tear off half of his arm with just a little bit of smattering fire, so he's not having a great day at all. In fact, we may even get the Punisher to be able to shoot on him before he gets to do anything. Heck, even these APCs could probably kill him. If they could hit the broadside of a barn, of course. And the Black Sheep will move up. Let's get her on forward. Sort of following the convoy. 52. Make it happen. Okay, we took out the Commando, so I'm very happy that we moved Flatline up the mountain instead of over towards him. And then we can have Apex easily rendezvous because of her jump jets. Incredibly maneuverable. Shouldn't have too much trouble in there. Steering her opening fire, managing to miss the heavy-wheeled APC completely, which is lovely. So this group here does not appear to be super interesting, although Commando SP, so we do have that to worry about. We don't want to get too close to that until we get to be the ones hitting him. And he's coming out way high. That's not in a position I can really do anything about. It's very unfortunate. And the Stinger already under some fire, managed to take a couple of hits from some SRMs and some LRMs it looks like too. Nothing too heavy though, but then again the Stinger doesn't have much armor anyway, and if they're at pirate rigging, then they probably have next to nothing in terms of actual defense. So I suppose it's entirely possible that our escort group could... that the convoy that we're escorting could actually kill him. Flea 14 moving up high as well. It's only a 15-tonner, so it's one of the ultralight versions of the Flea. And that shouldn't have too much equipment on it anyway.
Talk to me.
Okay, we'll just start walking along with the convoy, trying to keep up. We'll have a side shot on the Commando SP, which we might take. No, it's a 52% chance on the Stinger. We may have an opportunity to kill this guy. Structure exposed in the CT. Apparently the engine was destroyed, but I believe that's just for engine crits at this point. I'm fairly certain that's a vanilla bug. Okay, a little bit of light fire going down, but nothing able to quite hit. If anybody does manage to get just a random pot shot into his CT, that'll probably kill him. Well, it didn't hit his CT, so it didn't quite kill him, but he's having a bad day already.
Yep.
Flatline, I do not want to move you anywhere near that Commando SP, so you're going to reserve. Yeah, it's going to screw with his ability to do things in the future, but I feel that's a much safer and better idea than to attempt to get shot at by a Commando. He moved fairly far, so I don't want to give him too much of an opportunity to do anything to me. So that will probably do. We'll hop up here, get a little bit of evasion going on here, and see if we can't blow this guy apart. We did. Lovely. So that's the Stinger down. So we got the Commando down, a Stinger down. There's another Commando, which is a Mr. Shanky, by the way, as well as the Ultralight Flea, which I'm not particularly worried about at the moment. I mean, maybe he's equipped with a nuclear bomb on board, but I somehow doubt it.
How can I help?
You can just continue to rain fire and death down upon your enemies.
I've got your back.
So, if we can get an angle... Okay, I don't want to be in the forest, that's why I'm moving slightly out, because it'll give me a slightly less reduction in accuracy, which I really can't afford at the moment, since I'm just trying to shell them from ultra-long range. Although, surprisingly enough, we're almost out of LRM standard ammo. Normally we have trouble keeping enough deadfire ammo on hand, but today, apparently, all the standard version of the LRMs are just running dry already. Fleet under a little bit more fire, but this Commando SP is really kind of keeping us away from doing anything to that fleet. Until he comes forward to present himself to be shot at, I can't do a whole heck of a lot to him. I mean, aside, of course, from the LRMs. We've got more movement coming along. Is the Mr. Shanky deciding what he wants to do, or is it going to be the fleet coming forward? Because if the fleet leaves the Shanky's defensive aura, where he just kind of provides anybody who comes next to me, he's going to get hit with 100-something damage. No, fleet's going to pull back.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, I can work with that. So we'll come out over here. This will give us a side shot on that flea. So yeah, we'll give him a little bit of love.
All weapons are go.
Miss, miss, miss. Although it does look like we set fire to the forest, so that's a lovely thing going on there.
Stand still when I'm attacking you.
So as long as we could actually just burn down the entire forest and see what happens. Maximum hover transport, opening fire on the fleet, getting a couple of hits. I imagine he's contributing to the Inferno just a little bit. And anybody else gonna move? Aha! You've shown up. It's Mr. Shanky. Wait, Mr. Shanky has a large laser? This I did not know. Okay, let's go see if we can't kill him before Mr. Shanky can do anything to anybody.
Copy that.
Surprise!
Time to get physical.
Oh, just gone. It's kind of sad because he's got a lot of really great kit on board, but we cannot risk having that thing alive. He does way too much damage, way too easily. Wait a second, do you have large lasers? Why do you even need us? Alright, Flatline.
Waiting for orders.
Flatline could get in there and just blast everything and gut everything, but I'm gonna give it a chance to be simple with Apex. I still got 4 rounds left on an arc launcher. Penetrating hits all over the place, mainly because it's an ultralight, so it's got nothing. Sometimes you shank, sometimes you get shanked. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the stream today, Talondale. Nice to have you along as usual. So let's go axe you, pop up here. 86. Oh, we are on fire, but we don't really care if we're completely honest, because we don't shoot our weapons all that often. Okay, that's going to work out fine. We've taken out the first group of reinforcements. We don't know where the final drop group's going to come in from, so that is a small concern. Looks like his machine gun unjammed itself. Probably from up here, if I'm completely honest. I suppose maybe... actually, no, we're right on the border, aren't we? So we need to be looking at it from this direction. So yeah, they'll probably come from up here. So we'll get the rest of the Lance on the way. See if we can't help out with that. Get on down to the water's edge. And brace ourselves up. Fire damage is might annoying, but as long as you're not internal. Yep. Besides, he doesn't really care about heat. At the end of the day, he's fine. As long as it can't cause headshots, I'm perfectly happy to be standing in the place for a single turn.
Roger that.
Also, because we desperately got to save ammo. We've got 3 rounds of shooting left out of just our standard LRMs. Although we've got all of our deadfires, which is just hilarious to me. So we haven't managed to go through any of our deadfires yet, which will work out quite nicely. And we'll pop on forward, get a little bit of a scout going on. Nobody's going to show up. They won't show up until after the dropship lands to pick these guys up, or until they get to the sector.
Receiving you.
So there's actually a fairly decent number of like good mechs and the like that have shown up, which is pretty interesting. 30 heat from fire, but we're fine, so we're out of the Inferno. We should be okay very shortly. Got a fire truck moving up. He wasn't able to actually get into the fight, but that's okay. We don't need him to do all the work. After all, that's why they hired us to do this job. Looks like you are just going a little bit behind, so I'm just going to move slightly ahead. That way I can magnetize you to come on forward, so you don't get stuck. Please don't get stuck. And our Turhan APC. Yep. It may have actually gotten stuck behind us, but that's okay. Keep the sprint on going. We just... Oh, shoot! I still had it on. Whoops. That was my mistake. That was very much my mistake. So, yeah. Should have paid attention. Lock that down. So it does have a supercharger for now. Hopefully that won't blow up the supercharger entirely, because that would be tragic on several levels, actually. I'm very unhappy if that's the case. In fact, let's just do a quick check of all our equipment. No active components. Pop up over here, because you're just ridiculously fast anyway. I thought I had turned them all off. That's why I didn't check them. Punisher has no active components, right? Nope, not that one. That one. Yeah, state is off. Okay. So a bit unfortunate. Managed to mismanage our internal active components. It's definitely going to be a part of the game that's going to take a little while to get used to. But as we play, we learn even more. And just double check yours. Off. Have one more charge left and off. Done. Be easier if the special systems were listed under normal weapon toggles. I'm not sure that'd be possible, but that would make it a little bit visual. But then again, you got to remember that we've more than one time accidentally fired every single one of our rocket launchers because we weren't quite paying attention. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave you behind so I can get my entire lance together up front. It's just too dangerous not to do.
Roger that.
Okay, Bracio. Flatline is going to have to stand still for a bit and hope that he doesn't take an armor penetration at any point in the next 5 turns.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah, just stand right still.
How can I help?
You've got to get up with the rest of the group because I'm anticipating incoming fire relatively soon. And as much as I'd like to get everybody back in one piece, I don't need to.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Get the crab rolling forward as well. You can block the convoys until the rear end. You got to stay close to the rear of the convoy. That's the problem. So the rear end will not move next turn because we're not close enough to him to trigger him that he's allowed to move. So that's going to be the problem there.
I've got your back.
But it'll be all right. We'll just go back for him. It'll take a little longer to get the mission done, but things will be fun.
Commander.
Just keep messing around here. Stay relatively nimble and hidden, if at all possible. We don't want Apex to take too much more damage. She's already taken a headshot. Aha! I think we were right. Maybe? We're about to find out. Where is the enemy convoy? We don't have them on sensors, which could mean several things. One of which is they have better stealth technology than we have sensor technology, which is believable. We don't have very good we don't have very good special technology for that. Okay, there you are. Okay. Yep, they showed up just to the north. Alrighty, dropship is down and ready to load up. If the Sturhan actually makes it back, I'll be absolutely stunned. Got a commando, which is ignorable, a J. Edgar, which is also kind of ignorable. So, oh, way up here. Okay, that's a problem. What do you got? A Clint, meh, and a Scorpion, also meh. So that's a little bit not great in terms of just things we can steal. We'll get underway, though. Actually, how am I going to engage you? I'm going to have to go up this path down here, so should have headed back. They actually have an opportunity to kill our Turhan. So let's see if we can't get our Hatchet Man into the location relatively soon. Now that AoE damage is a thing, it might be an advantage to spread the convoy out.
Yes, Commander.
I suppose so. We haven't actually run into anything aside from a... We've run into... what's it called? A Swarm LRM launcher once so far. And it wasn't a huge deal.
Firing all weapons.
Okay. Oh, there goes most of that commando. Is that all of that commando?
Scored a critical hit.
Not quite, but most of that commando is now gone. Fire truck is in the zone as well. And we got the Scorpion moving up kind of slowly, but we're okay. Honestly, Apex may actually be able to handle this all on her own at this point. Kind of surprised that he didn't move. He had a 23 on the initiative, and we only had a 21. So he had the opportunity to break movement first. J. Edgar pulling back, looking for a little bit of defensive position.
I hear ya.
Can I hit the commando from here? I can hit the J. Edgar from here. I mean, it probably won't hit, but I could. Time to sprint around up here.
Going turbo.
Dashing up the mountain because we're going to engage these guys as they come over the top. I wish you could kind of set them up in Overwatch that wasn't just a reserve. Wait for them to figure out what it is they're going to do. As they pause and think about it, the Clint is coming forward. Probably... and already opening fire on the Turhan. Luckily, he can't hit the broadside of a barn just yet, so we should be able to mess with him relatively soon.
Talk to me.
Punisher has a shot with his LRMs. Do we see him? We don't, so it's just going to be kind of speculative. Oh, that's not terrible at all. Just give him the missiles. Managed to miss with all of the lasers, but his missiles did a pretty decent job of spreading over him. And the Turhan is still on the move, opening fire with his launches. Oh, if only he had managed to hit one of those, that'd be fantastic. Can I pick up the Turhan and just sort of use it as a gun?
Ready for order.
Flatline's not going to get in range at any point, but Apex I'd like to move first, just because she's currently dueling with somebody who I would like not to exist. Thank you, Commando is down. And she's got a shooting scoot, so we'll shoot him and then move on. And she'll start sort of coming up the rear on these guys. I'd like to take advantage of hiding in this town, but apparently that's not a thing.
Your back.
Punisher is just going to keep his steady march upward going. Says the closer he gets, the more accurate he'll get, hopefully.
Confirmed.
Another 46%.
All
Rock and roll. Okay, we're down to a single round of shooting with the LRM, so we better get up there kind of soon so that we can use the dead fires to the best of our ability. Move up the mountain most of the way. Toss in a couple of ER mediums. Double misses. Doesn't really matter. I think we've got this Clint mostly trimmed on his armor, so it shouldn't take much in order to deal him in once we finally get in. Pirates get to move first. Where are they going? It's going to be the Scorpion. They're trying to decide on what's going on. A little bit of fire and smoke. Very cinematic. It's quite lovely, the fact that they managed to get the fire actually working and that you could set the fire. Okay, J. Edgar is going to slip around. And we're going to pop up right here. Right nice and close. Hello. Oh yes, we've done a wonderful job of shaving most of his armor. 71% chance to hit. 1, 2, and everything managed to hit. And just AC-5 ammo explosion. He's gone. Beautiful. And that's why you equip large lasers, folks. Although it may have been something else. Scorpion coming forward. Scorpion also going to open fire on the Turhan. Managed to hit him 3 times. Luckily, we're not being docked by number of hits. Turhan's going to try and zip around. Looks like he's not going to be forgotten at all this time. I'm not going to be able to get within range, am I? Yeah, there's no chance of that, so we'll just do a normal move. Take aim, it'll be 54, but who cares? Apparently he missed both of them. So I was expecting just a little bit more out of a 66, at least one of those to hit, but apparently not possible. This J. Edgar running away is becoming moderately irritating. And there goes some LRMs. Not too many hits on the crowd. We're good. So the worst damage is going to be the screw-up that we had with Flatline, where I didn't shut off the supercharger, and Apex's random headshot. So, a bit unfortunate, actually, but we should be able to do okay. Okay, last salvo coming down from our LRMs. Until we turn him to deadfires, but didn't need to because he's dead, but now we're down to standard, now we're down to deadfire LRMs only, so we got to get nice and close. Basically, MRMs or big SRMs. And our ER medium lasers might be able to get us a good shot. Not really, but hey, may as well toss the fire. And there goes one. We've got one more haywire left. We'll have to make it count. Not really. We'll probably just fire it speculatively just to see what happens.
What can I do for you?
You can move up over this mountain, aim down on a J. Edgar tank, because I don't think he's got an AC-20, and just continue the fire down. Okay, hit him with the small and the large laser. Turhan's almost out, so let's see what he wants to do. Do you have any plans, my little J. Edgar Hoover tank? No, not really? You're just going to sit there and get killed? I think that's a fantastic idea. As he tries to contemplate how he wants to surrender. Gonna zip right by, opening fire. Ammo explosion, injury ignored. What? What just happened to you? First of all, you don't got any ammo. I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but it doesn't really matter because we should be able to take out this thing relatively shortly. Not going to be able to see him as we move up the mountain over here, but he's placed himself right next to a crab. Oh, he's also placed himself in range of that very same Hatchetman that he tried to shoot. Okay, stomp his back. It's a 76% chance. It could miss. It did not. We just did 398 damage to the top of that Mac.
Talk to me.
Punisher, go turn the Turhan back on. Let him know that it's safe to go. He's almost out of here already. So a couple of rough hits. Not the best mission we could have done. Really, that supercharger injury was just stupid of me. Should have been paying more attention. Especially with this Lance compared to the Rumblers. The Rumblers really don't have a whole heck of a lot of active equipment that we use all the time, but the mask and the supercharger in this Lance are going to be just critical to getting a lot of things done. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to that.
Commander?
Apex managed to come full circle on this one and making it back on home. Lovely. Okay, wait for that Turhan to get on out of here. Just walk up, make sure that he understands that, hey, we're here. We're here for you. It's all safe. You can do it. We believe you can get inside the hexagon. Octagon? No, it is a hexagon.
Waiting for orders.
And just keep coming down the mountain just because we can.
My way.
And lock it up. You gonna move it? Hey, he did it! Lovely. Sumirai is gonna come pick us up because we killed all 12 of the enemy units. And that's a successful mission. Not the most successful mission we could have had. Really, the headshot kind of really sucked on that one. The superchargers. I'm really angry at myself about that supercharger. There was no need for it. Also, he got really lucky quite a lot of times in a row. But that layer of tactical equipment is going to be really interesting to see how it just sort of meshes with the rest of the company. Oh, the Arbiter just picking up all the kills. Managed to pick up 4 mechs on her own. Then 3 mechs on the Hatchman plus the vehicle he stopped at the end. 3 on the Crab, and only 1 for the Trebuchet. But that's fine, because the Trebuchet does a great job of just sort of trimming things down to make it easier for everybody else to kill. Only 1 Blackjack part. That's a bit unfortunate, but I'm not super into getting Blackjacks anyway. So it's not a big deal. It is the best one on there. ER Large Laser, thank you. Light Rifles, that's probably what the J. Edgar had at the end there. Medium Heavy Laser Pirate. Has a recoil of 1. Energy capacitors will discharge violently for 50 damage when destroyed. So you're basically walking around with a bomb. That seems smart. Endosteel, I think I'm out. So I need more of that. Fusion Core 180, I have one, so I don't need one, but it is something to keep in mind. An Energy Plus Plus is always nice to have. Ferrofibros I could use. Guardian ECM, I think I used the last of that. Fire Control System Ballistic, though, I'm going to grab that because we do have a Clint on the way, and I'd like to get that fixed. I'm out of a double heatsink kit, so goodbye ER Large Laser, so I can grab a double heatsink kit. Yeah, we're not going to have the double heatsinks to make it work, but the kit is the hardest part to salvage because it's in the CT, and you got to kill them without killing the CT. Reflective Coating, don't need. Inferno SRM's not interested in taking. Patchwork Materials Tier 1 is not a great pickup, in my opinion. I mean, if I get it, I'll use it, but I'm not exactly going to waste any time grabbing it. A couple of double heatsinks. Compared to this, it's not worth it. And what else do we need? Scroll on up. Lots of heatsinks. Guardian ECM. I'd like to have it, but all of these kind of trump it. Alright, picked up a Commando, a Flea, and a Stinger part. Nothing really interesting there. An ER Medium Laser is always nice to have. We did get that bomb, so there's that working for us. Picked up a couple of SRMs on that one. And nothing else. So well, we did the Patchwork Materials. It's not the greatest pickup in terms of the random roll, but the stuff there that we grabbed for ourselves with the priority salvage was pretty decent. So I'm not too broken up about that. Now the Force can be set on fire. Assume if you use flamers of the Force, you'll possibly set yourself on fire? I would assume so. Or, wait, I think it's only if you miss, I believe, that it rolls. I think. Not positive on that, but we'll find out at some point, I assume. Nice collection of spare parts there, and you can still at least install a plus E cooling worth of a double heatsink even without the extra heat. Well, the problem is that most of our engines are sub 250. So because it's under the 250 rated engine, it's not an internal heatsink, it's an external heatsink. And so you got to have the double heatsink in order to put it on that. If you've got an engine of, I believe it's 265 and higher, then it can have an additional internal. But our problem is just going to be getting up to the stock 10 because it's not going to have enough heatsinks internally. So that's why it's not great for us. Okay, only 11,000 for, or 11,616 for the next 4 days, so that's not terrible. It's not great, but let's get that hatchet mounted for the top because I want him worked on immediately. 1 and 2. I'll stop. Come up to the mech bay. Let's see how badly this repair is going to be. Please tell me it's not broken. Please tell me it's not completely torn out because I need that supercharger. Ah, I'm an idiot. Oh, that's angering. So much rage. Okay, I don't have another supercharger. Yeah, no, we're out. So that sucks on several levels. It's my own fault. It's my own gosh darn fault. 250 plus... Oh, so it's plus 25? Okay. Alright, let's go throw a tag on this thing if I got one. I do. Lovely. So you got a tag until we can find ourselves another supercharger. That sucks so many levels. Own fault, though. Didn't pay enough attention. Got it blown up. That's how that works. 2 days, yep. 1 and 2. Lovely, so we've completed the job. Everybody's fixed up and happy on that one. I do want to check out the mech bay because we did pick up a couple of interesting fire control meters. You're using a FCS++, so you already got one of those. You are using a pirate, and you are also using a pirate. You are using a missile plus, and I picked up, it's the Clint that needs the new one. He's got a standard one. Yes, indeed, rip the supercharger. Speaking of mechs that take a double heatsink kit, specifically what? What mech needs a double heatsink kit? I come over here, targeting computers, put a ballistic in there. It's not going to be good because it's a single AC5 and like 2 lasers and an LRM, but it was kind of all I had. That was it. We'll lock him in for a day, put him on a better fire control system, but we're not going to wait for him. The Arbiter's got a better one. The Hatchet Man doesn't. Well, it has a standard plus, but I really don't want to waste a plus on him. Really, I think we're good, honestly. You know what? You'll get it because you've got 3 medium lasers. You may as well take it. He's been using them a lot anyway. So, oh wait, no, he's already got the pyro targeting computer. Duh. What am I even saying? So we should be good with that. Everybody else is pretty good on Endo. You might need some armor upgrades, but other than that, we should be fine. Yeah, what heat problem already, though. He has nothing. Like, there's nothing in this mech to set on fire. He can fire 2 ER medium lasers from pirates. Okay, so he can overcome himself. Alright. We'll throw it in here just for that, but it's the first mech I'm ripping things out of if needed. Oh, that's such a waste. It's a melee mech with a double heatsink kit. At least you'll never shut it off.
Job's done, Commander.
Alright, let's go double check our mech. We're 1 day off from A-Team. Let's get the A-Team back. Of course, Apex is down for another 10 days. So quick check out of the barracks, make sure that the A-Team is ready to rock and roll, and we'll send ourselves out on another mission. You're good. Heck, you're not on the A-Team, although you might be. Flatline. Flatline is ready to hit things. Called shot bonus. Overheat threshold, +3 minimum. Yeah, tactics. It must be tactics. And then we'll go guts, and then we'll go gunnery. Punisher, you got anything for me? You do not yet. Sumo, you're probably going to be coming with us since you're our other... Actually, not Sumo. It'll be... Popo, maybe? I think I'd rather have Succubus, if I'm completely honest. She's a better pilot. Alright, let's go grab a contract. Because it likes to walk into the fire? Maybe. It's not the worst thing in the world, I suppose. 5 of 21, protect the mechs. Let's go grab a little bit more salvage because we're doing okay on cash so far. Another attack against the local pirate organization. They're not having the best day ever. Okay, so I need a backup pilot for the Arbiter. Somebody with a high piloting and a high shooting. So, Succubus comes to mind immediately. And is there anybody who kind of beats her on that? Ek is the same, but I'd rather have Succubus. So, that'll be the lineup for this mission. Hopefully it won't be too rough. And hopefully we can avoid any more headshots, because that would just be, well, incredibly unfortunate on all levels. So, waiting for them to finish deploying. There we go. Starting to go down. Everybody's loaded up into the Leopard, dropping down into the atmosphere from our mobile space station, the Argo. Really wish we could rename it, just for the sake of renaming it. So the Black Sheep Squadron will go on yet another escort. We're probably going to be doing escorts all day today, just because so many of them spawned. It's kind of ridiculous, the number that we got. We'll be able to get a lot of decent salvage, though. My only concern is we don't have any, like, cheap battles where it's, like, high payout, but 2 of 9 priority salvage, because those are, like, instant take that for cash, because it makes much more sense to grab the cash in order to keep the company rolling. So 162,600 Seabills. Nothing really to write home about, but it's a 5 of 21 salvage that is the much more interesting thing. Still at 1.5 skulls, so we're not going to be running into heavy mechs, most likely. Cross your fingers. Because we have run into heavy mechs before, although we know that the Black Sheep Squadron can handle heavies. There was that one assassination mission that we took, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago at this point? They had a champion, they had, I believe it was a Wolverine, and they had one other fairly large mech. I can't remember what it was. Alright, let's drop down and bash the door in. After all, we do, of course, need to rescue them, so let's move over to link up with the besieged unit. Unless they're not actually besieged. Huh, that would be wonderful. Alright, Flatline. I was about to blame you for the supercharger loss, but you know what? It is my bad. So you do you. You be great, Flatline. Of course, the Apex. Or not Apex, the Arbiter just rushing forward. Succubus, enjoy the speed while it lasts, because I'm going to be completely honest, I'd much rather have Apex in there, because she has demonstrated that she is a fiend in that thing. Alright, so we're just going to continue moving around this group. Nothing too much to worry about at this point. Escorts are generally win-win either way. You can either salvage or you can get a lot of potential bonuses clearing the attackers. Yeah, that is true. Especially ones that require you to have to clear through a lot of attackers, as you were mentioning. Sprint right across this so we don't have to worry about it. Is this a jump ship? No, it's a road. Okay, lovely. I always wonder why it's bright red for the roads, because red immediately makes me think danger. Are roads more dangerous or something? Not quite sure why, although then again you've got things like orange already for this. Don't need to use that. Also, the Hatchetman would not be very good at trying to start fires. Need to get my hands on some mining weapons. Fast cam is what they're called. Which is basically LRMs that, well, lay mines everywhere. It's terrifying. It's like, honest to God, you don't want to deal with that, because mines will blow you up. Apparently, if you run into a minefield with a melee mech, if it runs into a mine before it actually makes it to the smashy part of the melee, it'll stop. Which, that creates many interesting ideas on how to deal with certain mechs like Mr. Shanky. I don't quite want to move into the zone just yet, so we're just going to sort of putter around as we wait.
Go into full throttle.
The only knock is the units tend to be lighter, and because you are quantity versus weight. Yep, that is true. Although, if we're lucky, we run into fairly high-end, like, Star League level gear, and so it's not a total wash. Alright, Punisher, time to bring up the rear. Barely able to get through. If you could manage to get there, I would have sent you, but you weren't. Alright, Flatline will get on forward a little bit because we want to make sure that he's in a position to do stuff. Brace him up. Succubus will be the same way because her flanking capabilities are fantastic. Punisher will walk in here because he's got LRMs and he's fairly good with them. Although he did just walk in a bad terrain, so that's not perfect. Hey, get out there. There we go. Everybody's covering each other. We'll activate the there. Spending time with the girl. Some ready points. That's okay, Laurendale. You go have a good time. Video games are secondary, of course, to real life. Oh, we've already got something on sensors. That's lovely. Got a striker. Nothing too scary or interesting, to be completely honest.
Commander?
Oh, well, we got a second group over here. What are we looking at? It's a cargo truck. Let's go say hi to the cargo truck.
Copy that.
As well as the Centurion. The Centurion would be nice to pick up. Goodbye, cargo truck. Yes, there it goes. M-pod. Okay, so it's carrying a couple of pods on that one. So, Flatline we want to get forward because I don't think he's going to be within range to hit that Centurion with his axe. We're going to zip on up here. What else we got? Centurion and a Wasp. Don't care about the Wasp, if I'm completely honest. Give that striker tag. We managed to nail him, so that's working out. And the Black Sheep herself? Indeed, she shall move forward, striding with the confidence of a mercenary commander who knows exactly why she chose the crab for her main ride. Come on, kill the striker. Spread the damage out a bit too much, but he has been double target acquired, so maybe that'll work for something. Got a bushwrecker. Oh, can I steal your mech, please? It's in my top 10. Let's see. Mechs that I have called some of my favorites. The bushwrecker, the Champion is clearly number one, and the Uziel, of course. None of those mechs, well, the Bushwhacker's fantastic mech, but the Uziel and the Champion, not exactly the most brilliant designs ever, but I still adore them. Who we got? We got shots on everybody. We're just going to walk, keep with the convoy, use our LRMs to the greatest advantage. Got a 40% chance to hit the striker, so no reason to rush. Fairly decent spreading all around, so hopefully we'll have an easy time knocking through his armor. And maybe the Hunchback will support that a little bit. Alright, is this the Centurion or the Wasp that's going to be moving next? I'm going to bet, yep, it is the Centurion coming up forward. He's got a cannon that he's not going to use. I'm very much a fan of that decision. Don't use it. Don't use it ever. Just leave it off. I mean, really, who uses cannons these days? Everybody's moving in for lasers at this point, so you may as well get with the times, man, and eject that gun. Please? So I don't have to worry about it? Clearly not. Succubus not moving first. That's... Ooh, I love it, even without the supercharger. He is eager to please. He'll get an 81% chance. Yeah, it's putting my back towards a striker, but it's a striker. Oh, there goes the leg. Perfectly setting this up. Thank you so much. Okay, so Flatline is getting us moving forward properly. I got a knockdown already on that. Punisher, you have a direct line of sight. Absolutely perfect. And 87%. How would I set this to dead fires? That's hot loaded. I don't want hot loaded. I want dead fire ammunition. It'd be a 90%. I'm losing 4%, but I'm getting a lot of damage on it. Go for that leg. Take it out. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, my man. Blow it apart. Got a head hit on that, so that'll work out not too terribly. Hopefully I haven't torn apart the mech too badly. I do want to take off the leg only so that we can get most of the parts of that Centurion. Centurions are phenomenal. I love Centurions. Wasp coming up top. Centurion, of course, not in my top 10 list of mechs. Although I've only named 3 so far. I also like Vindicators. The new Vindicator, by the way. The Vindicator that came out with MWO. That thing is just gorgeous. The original Vindicator? Not so much. But the MWO Vindicator, they did something special with that. And I'm all about that Vindicator. And I'm normally not a fan of the Compelling Confederation either. Okay, upper leg destroyed. We're working through it. Come on, bail out, man. Don't even make me break it. Just eject. Ace pilot, zip it over to the side. It's going to be out to the Black Sheep, most likely, to see if we can't save the mech. A little bit of light fire coming out of the Bushwhacker. Not able to connect, which is lovely because, well, they don't have a whole heck of a lot of armor. I managed to shoot down 9 of them. That's pretty good.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, so we're just going to back off a little bit so that we can get a shot here. I'd prefer not to show my back to a Wasp, if at all possible. No, not quite. I need direct lines of sight. If you don't mind, that's much better. Okay, my back won't be to a Wasp. My side will be, though. Aim for you. Go for the leg. How much is left in the leg? I don't know. I can't afford not to. Fire. Leg off, leg off, leg off. Pilot ejected. Yes! Oh, we got another headshot on that. Brilliant shooting. Centurions have a soft forward because it's freebie once you get the Argo. Is it your freebie? I thought you lose the Centurion at the beginning because it's Mastiff's ride. Little fire going out, hitting the wasp, plinking on that one. So yeah, we managed to, I don't think we took out the leg, but we did get him to eject, and because of that, we might get 4 parts of that Centurion. This wasp was having a bad day, but then again, this wasp decided to come anywhere near other mechs, and that's just a bad idea in general. So yeah, the group that we're escorting just knifing their way right through that wasp without a care in the world. The pilot's on the ground. It's a bad day for him all together. Not gonna have a shot on any, well, not gonna have a chance to axe anybody on this one. Let's strip off his other leg just for the heck of it. Oh, it's open, exposed. You're dead, right? Eject. Your other dude ejected, why don't you? Clearly it's the right thing to do. It's all the rage. Just like ditching your main cannons for energy weapons. Oh, I'm on the wrong side to make that perfect. Well, I could split fire, but it wouldn't work. May as well just open up the striker. I saw penetrating hits, there we go. That's the Downtech Centurion, by the way. You have to replace some of those parts. That's okay. Yeah, 50 tonners. We need them. We're a little bit low on them. Punisher, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to just use lasers for this one, because you've been running out of ammo kind of a lot recently, and I don't want to waste them. Although those were dead fires. So, yeah, tear off the leg, please. Just one hit is all I need. There we go. All legs destroyed. A little bit more than intended, but that'll be fine. That'll buff out. No worries. Alrighty, so the initial Fight Me Lance has been defeated. So this is working out quite nicely so far today. Succubus has really taken to the Arbiter. I'm very happy to see her use it so well. Start getting to the crab underway because we got to figure out where the enemy is. What map is this? Edge of the map is over there. I would assume they spawn somewhere around here. That would just make sense to me. Actually, no, probably more up here. Doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out in the end. So a Downtech Centurion would not be ideal, but hey, 50 tons is 50 tons, so you may as well get your hands on it. Looks like he jammed that cannon. Oh, wait, no, that's the Urban Mech. Oh, God, that's an Urban Mech. We're going to have to escort him forever. You're never going to get away from it. You're always going to be stuck walking him along.
Yes, Commander.
And just keep zipping all over the place. This Arbiter is ridiculous. I love it. And I was not originally convinced by the way that it was going to be fitted out, but I'm very happy that we listened to the community on that one because they did a brilliant job of building that mech. I'm very proud of all of you. You're wonderful people, all of you. And we'll lock you down. Punisher needs to kind of escort this guy, but he can also probably move just a little bit further forward, get him outside of the area where, after this turn, we no longer have to deal with the rough terrain unless we go into this gravel here. Which version of the Hunchback are you? Ah, Urban Mech, why are you so slow? Let me tow you. Just, there's clearly tow, somewhere on you has tow hooks. Oh, wait, no, that's the edge of the map. Okay, so it's probably going to have to be over here. Huh. That's unfortunate. Let's get up over here. Check an idea. Unless it's over here. I have no idea on this map. We're not used to ice planets. Deserts. We know deserts like the back of our hands. I don't know why we always go to deserts, but we do. And they're lovely. Because we know all the maps by heart at this point.
Standing by.
Zip on over here. Didn't quite mean that, but that's okay. You didn't generate any heat, and with a brace you'll get rid of that. But that'll work out. Hello, Mr. Bushwhacker. Can I have you, please? I'll buy it from you. You can have, Bullet Trap. I know he's not in this campaign, but you can have him, and you'll give me the Bushwhacker. That'll be a great trade for everybody, right? And more work coming from the Wasp. Oh, by the way, I wanted to... Let's zoom in on this, because Wasps and Stingers both got their own models now. They're no longer using mini Vindicators and mini Black Knights. They've actually been modeled, and it's adorable, and they've really managed to do a great job of making it look kind of similar to the rest of the mechs, this sort of new style, while also maintaining some of the older design cues. Absolutely love it. And honestly, it's pretty fantastic. Wasps and Stingers I would never use, but it's lovely to have them with their own models. It really does help flesh out the world a little bit. And the people who work on the RogueTech mod are just doing phenomenal work. And I'm very, very happy to play this mod because of it. Alright, let's zip up here, see if there's any enemies. Rough terrain, don't have to worry too much about it because I don't think they're going to be shooting us this round. Flatline, just sort of zipping around. He doesn't really know where the fight's going to be, so we're just kind of waiting on it. You'd think that they would be a little bit faster, almost to the zone. So next turn, we should be looking forward to an engagement of some description. As the Wasp finally makes it into the zone. Maybe the Bushwhacker will overtake him. Go on, you're going to let a Wasp beat you to a location? I will walk you back just a little bit, see if we can't get that Urban Mech to keep on coming. Wave him forward. Let's see if he'll actually listen to this one. Bushwhacker, how about next? Hey, he's trying. He's doing his damnedest. Oh, poor little Irby. Oh, and we're inspired. That's great. We'll be walking into this next fight with a +5 to hit. That's wonderful. Bushwhacker, once again, attempting to be dramatic until he stops right behind a wasp, which kind of reduces how dramatic you can be and cool you can be when, you know, it's a wasp that's getting in your way. Although I'm a little bit surprised that the wasp didn't move sooner, just given the fact that it's a light mech and the Bushwhacker is a much larger medium mech.
I've got your back.
This will be the last. I don't know where they're coming from, but we got most of the areas covered. So wherever they spawn from, we should be able to handle it. And he walks into the zone, and here comes the dropship. Sensors. Okay, so they did spawn over there. Was that a dragon? It looked like a dragon for a second. Yes, we know it's going to be a brilliant dropship. It's wonderful. Great. Hoorah. Can we please get a Union one of these days? Alright, what do we got to deal with? It's a Jenner. Okay, I feel much better. I thought for a second we ran into a dragon. Not that the dragon is the most deadly mech you're ever going to run into. So a dragon and a raven. That's not terrible at all. I really don't want to move through geothermal. Bounding? Bounding will not work. Forest, you know what? We're going to run through the geothermal because I was not expecting to see you. Hi, a Clint and a Commando. These are not terrible things, if we're completely honest with ourselves. Okay, so you're a Pirate Commando. You've got rocket launchers and a medium laser. You are a Clint 5U, which means you've got a blitzing metric ton of very irritating weapons to have to deal with. So we're going to give you a little bit of love. Flatline's going to take a little while longer. He can run through the geothermal without caring because he's got a double heatsink kit now. So that doesn't matter at all. Could keep firing on you, but Commander's right there. Yeah, keep firing on the Clint. Oh, managed to get another hit on him. So this Clint is just getting plinked and plinked and plinked. Low-tech Jenner at that. Bad. Plus... Yeah. Jenner A. Yeah, indeed. Oh, doesn't he have a large laser? Oh, yeah, large plus MLs. Yep. So he's got the 40 heat large laser instead of the 30 heat large laser. It's not going to make much of a difference. It's going to hurt, though, when he shoots at us. Allied movement going on. Black Sheep. It turns out that we were on the wrong side. Oh, it's not our turn yet? Thought it was. Okay, who's deciding to move when and where? We're actually in a pretty good position to just pounce on this Clint, assuming he doesn't move backwards. If he moves forward, we got him. If he moves backwards, we're going to have a little bit of trouble with him. Just in terms of getting into a good position. Let's sprint along the road, methinketh, and we'll get up there probably next turn. Lock that down. Punisher, on the other hand, can provide a long-range supporting fire with his normal LRMs. And so I think we'll provide a little bit instead of there. 20%, 3%, 12%. Yeah, 20%. So give me that 20% commando, please. There you go. Have a little bit of love. I'm not sure how many of these will actually hit. Not terrible. With a 20% chance to hit, 60 shots, yeah. Headshots with large lasers. Please do not remind us of the poor late Captain Falcon. It's a Raven! Ooh. Bye. Yeah, that's the problem with wasps, and that's why they're obsolete even now. How's the flock? The flock? This is not a flock. Well, flock of sheep, yeah. They're doing quite well so far. Of course, one of our people that we're supposed to be protecting is down to 30 health in his CT and lost half of his mech. But that all happened just recently. Oh, good, you ran forward. Lovely. Flatline, let's go give him some love. Come on, shoot your... You have an AC-10. Why not use it? So, let's... And an urban mech is going to be far, far behind. Flatline, let's go eliminate this Clint before he just makes my life absolutely miserable. 200 damage. Well, 199. Hey, there he's gone. Oh, that destroyed his C3 Master. That was a very advanced Clint. I probably should not have done that. Yeah, that was a mistake. I mean, yeah, he's dead, which is wonderful in terms of, you know, winning the mission, but probably should have kept him just a little bit alive. Let's come over here and eliminate this commando before he can do anything too nefariously evil. Oh, the Haywire will work. Okay, so Haywire times 4.
Waiting for orders.
Black Sheep herself, she does have a target, but it is an obstructed target, and she is not a fan of that. So she will attempt to maneuver to get a better one. Unfortunately, it's not going to be there, so she'll just have to deal with it as she moves in forward. Hi, I have large lasers. I can fire them all the time, and it doesn't generate any heat. What can you do?
Hey, stand still when I'm attacking you.
At least it left the large laser. Yes, because we need more of those. I should have attacked the other side of it. Well, he's still alive. It didn't kill the head. If it had killed the head, I'd be just ecstatic. Please, stop shooting the mechs. They are very fragile. Please, sir, step behind the rope line. There you go. Doing a little bit of fun. The Jenner's already hit. And acid rounds. Didn't hit him with acid rounds, unfortunately. Okay, maybe we can do something about this. Punisher, you're very good at helping out in many, many varied ways. So let's come over here and figure out 46, 22. Yeah, we'll go for 46. Hopefully that's correct. Structure exposed. He's having a bit of a problem now at this point. And we are running low on ammunition. Come on, you have an AC-10. Maybe you don't. I thought you did. Maybe it was the commando. Or not the commando, but the, whatchamacallit, the thingamabob, the urban mech. Which, you know, that's actually not a terrible way of describing an urban mech. Good, you're shooting the crab. That's exactly what I want, because the crab has armor and they don't. 6 from 6 hit by AMS. Thank you for the long-range fire support. Oh, AMS is lovely. It's way cooler that we're actually shooting down missiles instead of just having a flat damage reduction these days. Coding wizardry is what we're looking at, folks. Alright, so the commando's going to come up, being all impressive, and do nothing, which I'm very happy with. Force behind me, SRM. Okay, so it must have been the urban mech who fired at the wasp that was up here then. Punisher, I thought it was a painting in... Wait, what? I thought you was a painting in a cockpit? I do not understand. You're going to have to unpack that one for me just a little bit. Commando or Raven? Well, the Raven's more dangerous, and at the end of the day, I want the Raven dead. If he can hit, of course. I mean, there's always a chance it misses. It did not. So there goes all of his weapons. You are helpless, sir, and you can no longer fight. Eject. And we'll spare your life. Probably. Come over here. Let's... Ooh, I could just dive on top of you. No, let's go kill this commando. Zip! Surprise! See, that's what I love about this mech. It's just like, move around here, surprise. He got an AC-20 that? Oh, that was a different universe, man. That didn't happen here. Punisher has been serving with the Black Sheep since the beginning, honestly. He's been riding that trebuchet like it's nobody's business and doing a fantastic job. Hi, how are you wanted to ask about the flashpoints? Are they reloading on our large map, or are these events will end after you complete them all? I know nothing about the flashpoints in RogueTech. As far as I can tell, they're not supported to be working. So, unfortunately, I can't help you with that one. The mainline campaign and the flashpoints are not supported, so if they work, that's cool. If not, then as far as I understand, the RogueTech team is not going to expend any additional effort to try and work on that. I mean, they've got a lot of other things to concern themselves with, to be fair. This Jenner's probably going to survive this LRM barrage, which is a tad unfortunate, but hey, may as well. Blasting away with some improved energy. Getting a lot of red numbers, which I love red numbers when I see them, because it tells me we're doing an excellent job. And enemy units, what you gonna do? Please stay away from my mechs. These are my special mechs. They need to be protected. Enemy's thinking about it. They're thinking long and hard. Where can they engage to do the most amount of damage? And the Jenner has decided, screw that, I'm out of here. I'm a very big fan of his new tactics. We gotta go over, pick up that urban mech. Gotta pick him up, drag him along. Put him in pickup. We got a melee attack coming in for Raven. To be fair, that's all he can do at this point. He's got no guns. He does have an ECM system, which is making him a little bit more annoying than he probably should be. Go kill... Commando could hurt, but really... Yeah, go kill the commando. Nobody wants a commando P. Goodbye. Thank you. Oh, this hatchet man. This hatchet man is actually better than the Ripper's Rumbler's hatchet man by like 60 damage. It's ridiculous. I love it. Although to be fair, Ripper's Rumbler's hatchet man has, I believe, an AC-5 still. Although, to be fair, we do want to get rid of that thing as soon as we possibly can. Please turn off the ECM. Well, that'll knock him down, but that's not turning off the ECM. But if we can salvage stuff, P is for pulp, indeed. You know what would be really cool if Harebrained Schemes gave more support for more different types of melee attacks, like for swords and stuff? Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, I know that currently in time period, and even not quite in time period, the only melee weapon on mechs is axes and the occasional, like, snowplow and that sort of thing, but I think it'd be really interesting if they did more. Please do not shoot the mechs. They are very fragile. Succubus, please stop this from ever happening again. Hi. I am being jammed. This is true. But I also have a lot of guns, and you are just fully opened to be being shot at.
Talk to me.
Punisher, kill it, please. I think you can do it. He's completely open. You've got a lot of LRMs. Make it happen. Was there a chainsaw piece of equipment in salvage? I mean, you can salvage it in RogueTech. It's been that way for a long time. But I mean, like, as far as I'm aware, there's really not a heck of a lot of melee equipment in this time period, 3025. Although RogueTech takes place at least in 3040 something. Raven is stuck. Just focus all your firepower guys down on the Jenner. Just eliminate him. There we go. That's out. Don't have to worry about the Jenner no more.
Next destroyed.
And then we'll move around over here.
On the move.
Yeah, but you see him. Flatline.
Receiving you.
There is an electronic warfare kit in there. That's the thing. There is something interesting to be stolen in that mech. Your right leg needs to go, so we'll pop around over here and say hello.
On my way.
Ta-da!
Firing every
Come on, take off the leg again, just like you did the last one. No? He's panicked. He's having a bad day. What you can do to help is miss half of your shots, honestly. Only fire one of them. No, turn it off.
Locked on target.
I was hoping to panic him. I wasn't hoping quite to kill him.
Battle mech down.
Yeah, I suppose you did a good job. Well, I should never say suppose when we're dealing with the fact that you saved lives. So you did a good job, but I would have liked to take that mech just a little bit more intact. Although, if the CT got blown out, that means that side torso where the ECM is may still be intact, so that should be fine. And whether or not we take it is just... we're not sure on that anymore.
Commander.
Get the Arbiter moving quickly, as we're going to need to race to that Urban Mech to get him turned on again. It's a primitive ECM package, the 2X. Well, he was jamming us with something, because it kept saying jam with ECM. Unless it was that ancient Jenner that was doing it, and I somehow doubt that.
Going turbo.
No AC to the 20s to the cockpit, always a good day. Yes, indeed. We get to keep Punisher alive for a little while longer. We just got to be very careful once we put him in a heavy mech. Because at that point, that's when his head becomes a shell trap, apparently.
Sprinting.
Lock down. We are good. Allied turn. Hey, the Urban Mech's on the move. Woo! And now we just are going to set ourselves up into a position where the Urban Mech will never be too far away from a friendly mech. And will slowly, very slowly, make his way home. Why would you ever use an Urban Mech as part of a scout group? That just boggles my mind.
Talk to me.
I mean, it's what, a 30-ton mech?
Moving.
I have on 360p instead of 2X, not a 1X? Oh, okay.
Good to go.
We're mostly in position where we can just keep hitting... Actually, no, we are in a position where we can just keep hitting brace every single turn at this point. Because we've dealt with all the enemy. They have been defeated. So, no concerns there. Succubus. Brace. Flatline.
Good to go.
Brace. Enemy... well, allied movement. Back to Punisher.
How can I help?
Brace. Allied movement.
Let her cool down.
Back to the black shape.
What can I do for you?
Brace.
Good for now.
And then, he's what, 1, 2, 3, 4-ish turns away from me? Maybe 6? Oh, it was urban scouting? Not even urban scouting would you use an urban mech for. The only way that I can imagine that urban mechs would be actually used properly in universe would be attached to an infantry platoon who would do all the scouting for it. That would be the only way it would make sense. And then you call in the urban mech when the time is right. Need some wireless. We'll put a boombox on the hatchet man. Just have him carrying it instead of the hatchet. Set it down. We'll call it the morale package.
Roger that.
You can do it. We believe in you. You can do it. And wait. No, Punisher. Brace. Phase 14. He's almost there. 2, maybe 3 turns at this point. Oh, that's what you get for a 60 rated fusion core. I wonder if a 60 rated fusion core would be sufficient to power an Atlas. Like, not even to move it. I just wonder if you'd be able to turn the lights on in an Atlas with a 60 rated fusion core. It's gotta be 2 turns, isn't it? Alright, we'll get you going as fast as you possibly can. I believe in you. All that shtick. You can do it. Although, to be fair, he actually had the best strategy of his entire lance. Because he was so slow, everybody else moved forward. Everybody else got shot, except, of course, for the Bushwhackers. The Bushwhackers just too darn cool to get shot at. But the other 2 mechs got ripped into pretty roughly. It moved. It just moved like 1 space.
Keep my heat down. I hear ya.
Alright, come on. You can do it. Get in that zone.
Talk to me.
Punisher, walk over there.
Aye, aye.
Allied turret. Oh, are you kidding me, man? Now he's just walking one space at a time.
Got it.
Oh, he's trolling us now. Absolutely trolling us.
Awaiting orders.
Get moving. Go. Fast. Speed. Andale. Well, that was 60 super heavy, just to know.
I've got your back.
With a 60 and a super heavy. Yeah, you might have trouble opening the door with that in.
Confirmed.
Come on, Irby. You can do it. You're one tile away. The black sheep's up.
Waiting on you, Commander.
No, we're waiting on the Aeronac. Hey, he did it! Woo! Yes, chariots of fire. Alrighty, we are done with that mission. Jeez. That's my main complaint with escorts. Once you've cleared the map, actually, no, I can't even say that anymore. It used to be once you cleared the map, it's done. You may as well just automatically win. But now with fast cam and thunder LRMs, that's not true. Oh god. Now every single map is dangerous even after the battle is over. And now we understand why cluster mine treaties are signed. Alright, so we've got Arbiter picked up 3 kills, the Hatchman picked up 2 kills, and the Trebuchet picked up 2 kills. The Black Sheep picked up nothing for once. Playing very much a supporting morale role in this one. Alrighty, oh, we got most of that. That's the current idea, that's not set in stone. A scraphead, a suicide bomb. Okay. Tonnage 4. Slots 3. Worth 1.12 million C-bills. Does 50 damage plus 50 heat, 50 stability, and causes 20 heat when used. Suicide bomb, 1 shot. Several tons of explosives, 4 to be precise, hot-wired to detonate together in a big explosion. The weapon carries internal ammo for a single salvo, deals area of effect on target within 250 meters of impact. Additional area of effect is 50 to the primary and secondary targets. Additional area of effect damages 50 heat to the primary and secondary targets. Always ignites terrain. 10 area of burning, 4 duration of burning, 40 strength of burning. There's nothing but several tons of incendiary and flammable explosives trapped together. And it's a melee weapon. You know, 50 damage is not all that bad. If in the right mech, you could turn this into an explosive fist to punch somebody with. I don't know who had this, but I think that's how I'd want to use it. Pirate LRM-17, useless. M-Pod, no. Medium laser pirate, no. Mining drill, no. Armor primitive, absolutely not. A comm suite would be an interesting pickup, but we may not pick that. A couple of internal combustion engines that I don't care about. I've already got a fire control system plus for energy, I do believe. Wouldn't you take damage? Yeah, I think you'd take 50 damage. But with 50 damage, if you put that on a heavy mech, maybe that's not so bad. Or maybe an assault mech. Just add 50 damage to your punch. I don't think I'd ever actually use it, but I do know, and I know this for a fact because I saw it on the Reddit, that Lady Electo is thinking about trying to come up with ways of allowing you to use it in a pod so it doesn't hurt you. That way you have an explosive fist, which would just be hilariously awesome. I think you would automatically point blank for AoE damage. Yep, you'd be a primary or secondary target, which would take 50 heat and 50 damage. Spiked helmet. Ooh, spiked helmet versus comm suite. How many comm suites I got? I have none. Heavy rifle ammo, narc ammo, chaff ammo, SRM AX. Corrosive acid, -1 accuracy, not interested. Spiked helmets are really good. Do I already have a spiked helmet on my Centurion? Or not my Centurion? I think I already got one. Wait, no. Wait, maybe? Doesn't matter. Taking the Centurion. Okay, we also picked up a Clint part, a Commando part, a Raven part, and a Wasp part. Nothing too interesting. A heavy rifle, meh. The LRM-17 that I said was absolutely useless, which it still is. Machine gun light, comm suite, focus energy. That's great. So we didn't get the spiked helmet, which I kind of wanted, but I didn't want to waste the slot for. But we did get the energy, which was really good. And a couple of melee weapons, which we may end up putting on the Hatchet Man just to see what ends up happening with it. Because it does have a support slot. We currently put a tag in it. I want to take the tag out, put in something cool. So that'll be interesting. LRM chaff, maybe? LRM chaff's not worth taking. You'd have to put it in an LRM 5 launcher in order for it to make sense. It only weighs half a ton because it's like 60 shots. And if you're firing that out of an LRM 15, you're burning through your entire ammo set in 4 turns. So unless you put it in an LRM 5 where you get the 12 rounds of shooting, it's kind of useless. And we don't have a mech that uses an LRM 5 at the moment. So we're very much... Our LRMs are basically stand-ins for MRMs at the moment. with, you know, a little bit of extra long-range support capability on top of that. MRMs, by the way, fantastic piece of equipment once in the 30 and above category with improved ammo and a missile fire control system with plus damage. 840 for 1 day. Only one person actually got plinked on that one. That's lovely. Let's see the one. It was the Arbiter. Of course it was. 1 day. Thank you. We're not traveling clock. Okay. Competition, 100,000. I can afford it and our morale is low. Alright, we gains a tech point and a medical point. We lose 100 and we increase morale by 2. Lovely. We needed to get this just a little bit higher because being below was not great. So that works out okay. And lock that down. The B team is ready for a bit of action because the A team's out and every single mech is currently online and doing perfectly. How many Well, I have 4 Centurion parts. Let's see if they play well with other Centurions. So, yeah, there's my 4 or 5. And I didn't have. So if we run into a Centurion, all we need to do is core him out and we can get it. Also, by the way, we're super close to getting a gauntlet or 2. So that would be nice to get as well. Any heavies? No heavies, no assaults. Okay, lovely. Actually, no, the A team is... I can't. I believe I'm short a mech warrior in order to actually field a full lance. 1, 2, yeah, 3. So we're short a mech warrior, unfortunately. You have to split one of the LRM racks into a 10+5, which is also 10 times plus doable. Yeah, but now you're starting to talk micromanagement, and we saw what happened the last time with the supercharger the last time I attempted micromanagement. There we go. Okay, so everybody's all healed up and ready to go. Let's do quickly check through the A-team. Make sure that they're A-okay. You're good. Succubus, we're not coming on this one. Punisher is sort of okay. Flatline, did you get your skills up? Not yet. Apex?
Standing by.
Also not there yet. Okay, so we're fully kitted out for what we're going to be doing. I don't want to speak to Darius. Please no, don't make me speak to Darius. Thank you. Okay, lovely. Hi, we've come to do stuff. Stuff and things, if you don't mind. Price of detection is 417. Lost air is a recovery, relatively cheap recovery. 2 skulls. Take it for salvage? I think we take it for salvage. Against the Lyrans and against House Merrick. Let's go against House Merrick, because every so often it's interesting to see what you can grab from other houses, because we don't do it all that much. Succubus, you were wonderful, but Apex, actually, yeah, Apex is a little bit better than you. By a little bit, I mean significantly better than you. It's not that I don't like you, but she's a better pilot, and we're about to go on a 2-skull mission. Things could go bad, and I'd rather have you back on the ship, not screwing up. I really am being way too harsh on her. Really, in the last mission, she did a fantastic job. Slipping in amongst the enemy, blasting into them with very high chances to hit, phenomenal. So I can't talk too much down on the fact that she's been doing wonderfully. But at the end of the day, it's 5 piloting versus 6 piloting, and that's a tier level where I do believe you get an additional level of max evasion, which in a 35-ton mech is kind of important. You don't exactly want to get shot at by things. What else do we have in that mech? I only just recently re-rigged it for .999 and I've already forgotten. So it's got the haywire, it's got the tag, it's got the 4 ER mediums. I don't think it has a light gyro. So if we can run into an XL gyro, that would be a good pickup to throw in that thing, just to make it a little bit more lighter. That way I can put in more stuff, although we might be reaching the stuff limit of that hull anyway. So a recovery is going to be 138.3 thousand C-bills, 417 priority salvage at 2 skulls, so a little bit more dangerous, and we're also going up against the Free Worlds League, which it's always a little bit concerning when you go up against space pressure. Alright, let's go say hi, and go rescue the VIP. Apex, oh, with your masterful tacticianness, let's just get you, not jumping. Jumping is fast, but running is faster.
Here we go.
Yes, at maximum speed, let us deploy to the enemy zone. Flatline as well, she'll follow up. A little bit slower, no longer having a supercharger because I was stupid, but hey, we're working around it. And hey, at the end of the day, tag is actually a pretty nice pickup. So, not the worst thing in the world. And Punisher, bringing up the rear. Although, really, he doesn't care what range he's at because it's really fantastically well set up. So, whoever set up the Trebuchet 4M did a phenomenal job. The weapons mix is just beautiful. The way that it operates is wonderful, and I am very happy to have it in my lance. Let's go say hi. Hi. So I wasn't expecting to see y'all. Got an Urban Mech 59. A Hetzer. Okay, we know who dies first. Die. Well, at least we narked him. Or haywired him. Yep. Flatline, get over here quickly. Oh, God. So we've got our 35-ton mech right next to a Hetzer, which has an AC-20, in case you didn't know. So this is gonna suck. Hopefully Punisher can provide sufficient long-range fire support, because otherwise she could very well be missing most of her head. We're about to get punched. Ow, you hit me. Why would you do that? First of all, you're a trebuchet. I would expect you to shoot me, but seriously, why would you do that? That's totally unfun and unfair, and I'm going to be contacting my union rep. Urban Mech, no. Hetzer, yes, please. Say hi. Die? Not quite. He's having a bit of a bad day. Speaking of traps, yes, indeed. Keep Punisher away from the Hetzer. He's not in a heavy mech. He should be fine. Whew, that was close. Survival is its own reward. Alright, Black Sheep.
I hear ya.
It's an obstructed shot. Can you get... Ooh, direct line of sight. You don't say. How about that obstructed shot, though, on the trebuchet? It would be 52s versus 46s. I'm going to rely on the Arbiter to do amazing things. Oh, double hit. Everything hit. Wow, that's impressive. Good job, Black Sheep. And more punching coming in. Another clang. Why? What did she ever do to you? Seriously, punching us around, bouncing back and forth. This is a bit of a problem. What is an R-50? Oh, I did not even see you. Hi, second Hetzer. We have a bit of a problem.
Orders.
Luckily, we have an ability to deal with the problem, and the Hetzer will go away. Please?
Locked on for physical attack.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll stop doing that. High speed Arbiter insertions. Yes, indeed. At maximum speed and power. Alright, Apex.
Yes, Commander.
Figure out where that Hetzer's weak and kill it. It is weak on both the front and the left side of the thing. So let's go zoom on in here. And, oh, we maybe want to shoot the back of it. Because then we'll deal maximum damage. How did you shoot backwards? I must know. You know what? It's not a melee attack. 60 damage is nothing. Okay, we'll be right on top of him. We'll deal all the damages in the world. Hi!
Let's see how you like this.
We spread the damage all over the place, so we're probably going to require the Punisher to do a little bit more. Hopefully the Hetzer will not be the next thing that moves, because I don't want to die. An R-59, I've never seen one of those. It's an older designation. The standard Irby is the R-60 or the R-60X. We're about to get punched again by this trebuchet? Okay. What in all hell is going on?
Internal damage.
You're a trebuchet. It's in the name.
You betcha.
46, no thank you. That's a much better, but that's gonna be the one.
All weapons on go.
Darling, my dearest, my wonderful Black Sheep. If she dies... There goes my arm.
Got a weapon system down.
Yep, that's an ER large laser. I think I have a replacement, though, so not the worst thing in the world. Kill the Hetzer, please! How are you not dead? I don't understand. Urban going to shoot now. Okay, has decided that he's finally interested in actually engaging people. So that's an interesting one. Flatline!
Standing by.
Bail me out, please.
Move into position.
Oh, let's see. Thank you. You see, when all hell is breaking loose, Flatline's got your back. So we've knocked down the trebuchet. He's not punching anybody else today. Hopefully Apex can deal with the Hetzer, because this is becoming a bit of a problem.
Aye, aye.
By a bit of a problem, I mean, oh god, make it stop. The right side is the weak side, and the front armor really too as well. The back armor has taken nothing, so we were behind him and we scattered across everything except the back armor. We lost a tagger, which I think I might have a replacement for.
Taking the shot.
Penetrating hit. AC-20 normally crit. You didn't kill it.
Target's taking a critical hit.
You penetrated it.
What can I do
You
for ya?
didn't kill it. That's a bit of an issue. Let's go see if we can't do it from the other side.
My way.
Oh, but he's so vulnerable. But the Hetzer, let's be honest with ourselves. It's a Hetzer. It's got to die. Thank you. Okay, now we dealt with it. Yes, indeed, he was wiggling the nose on that one.
I've got your back.
Oh, no, not vigilance. Please, no. I'm liking my accuracy just as it is. Okay, let's go do this. Hi, I've got Deadfire ammo. It's a 90% chance to hit, but it does additional damage. That just makes it all the more fun. Blow off his leg, please.
Give him everything I've got.
Don't kill him. well, take out his leg to defeat him. That would be ideal. Urban mech moving off to the side. Rear attack ignores cover and just... Are you launching mortars at me? I think he might be. That's a brilliant thing to do to an urban mech. Because, you know, a mortar carrier. That way it does... Okay, so he's finally decided to get involved. Okay, you are the whatchamacallit. You're a... What is it? A plasma cannon wielder. That's what makes you you. So I've got a bit of a bone to pick with you, buddy. Hi. You broke my arm.
Firing on target.
Okay, he's haywired and stressed and having a bad day. Flatline. Go keep dealing with things. It's an urban mech. At the end of the day, do we care? The answer is no. And we kept whatever gun he has. I wonder if the suicide bomb explodes if you're next to... if you melee and kill them.
Waiting for orders.
I think that should be a thing. I really think that should be a thing, that if you've got a suicide bomb equipped, it explodes when the mech dies. Because that would just be too cool. Hello. Legs. Legs, legs, legs. He bailed! Okay, we got that one. Lovely. 7K is an AC5 PPC SRM2. Oh, it was a PPC, not the plasma cannon version. Okay. Why would you mount an SRM2?
Copy that.
The SRM2 just seems useless, and the AC5 does not... Well, I suppose the ranges mix together, but... I don't know. I don't think I like mixing big ballistic with big energy. I think it's just a mistake. Let's go pick up the VIP. Hello, we're here to get you. Are you going to have buddies somewhere around here? I'm going to assume they're going to be up here, and then I'm going to have to go to them, and it's going to be unfortunate on several levels. Brace. Punisher. Move forward. Also in the zone.
Aye, aye.
Brace. The black sheep. Are you going to be able to get in the zone? Just to make it a little bit of a family photo? It's going to be a family photo. Woo! For Infernos? Oh, that makes sense. Sea Ray coming to pick us up. We took a little bit more damage than we kind of wanted to. The Arbiter is a little bit dented. Not super happy about it, but we're working on it. We'll be able to repair. I think I've got all the parts that it needs. I think. But I'm not positive on that. If not, there are a couple of ER medium lasers on another mech. I'm sure of that. I believe it's on the Clint, and I'll just rip it off there. Because it's more important for the Arbiter to be fully equipped than that Clint. So the Free World's League wasn't super happy with us about that one. To be honest, we weren't super happy about it either. Just in case, Mortar's 8. What is a Mortar's 8? Well, 8 by 8. And it weighs 10 tons. Mortar's capable of firing a wide range of munitions and will not be intercepted by AMS. So, how much damage does the mortar deal? 8 damage times 8. So, that could deal... 8 times 9 is 72. Minus 8 is 64. Right? I think so. 64 damage, so that's not bad. 10 tons. Yeah, that definitely does put it in LBX range. Because the LBX would also deal... no, the LBX does more because the clusters... maybe we can glue the arm back on. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit of glue, some gum, and a little bit of duct tape. Active probes, that's super impressive. Heat sinks, all the heat sinks. Sensors powered. There's never any sensors when anybody's looking for them. Oh, I could build a mortar. I could build a mortar. Plus 4 mortar damage. Oh, that would be 12 damage. 12 times 8? Are you kidding me? That would be 96 damage. That would be useful on many levels. How many mortars do you get? 40 shots times 8? Would I want to? I kind of like mortars. I'm a big fan of them. Yeah, the AoE mortar. Oh, that's the guided one. Wait, no, what? I'm not quite sure what you're getting until I know. LBX is 12 tons? No, it's not. It is not. Because the LBX is a ton lighter than the normal AC-10. That's the cool thing about it. So it's 11 tons, I think. I'm positive it's lighter than the AC-10. Grab the mortar and the acid handy. Okay, we can dump that. And really, we're not quite looking for a trebuchet. But yeah, I do kind of want this mortar. I'm interested in it quite a lot now that I saw what the ammunition does with it. Acid, I'm not really certain on. Deals area of effect within 50 meters of the impact. Additional area of effect is 3 to the primary and secondary. Minus 1 mortar damage. So we're doing 7 damage, but plus 3 damage. Plus 2 direct fire energy, plus 1. I gotta have that. Acid mortar. Ditch the trebuchet. We're just gonna build a mortar. So, and the reason why we're going to do this, I got a Clint that I don't know what to do with, and it's got an it's got an Ultra AC5 on it at the moment. I don't know if it's worth anything. So we're just going to build ourselves a mortar. Hey, look at that. We picked up the 2 trebuchet parts anyway. We grabbed one of the AC-20s, the PPC, both active probes. Oh, Orion Jesus, you are so good to me. Thank you. Thank you for all that you grant us. Everybody take a moment to just bow to Orion Jesus for this phenomenal payout it gave us. Oh, that could barely... No, I don't think that could have been better. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. So we got a mortar, and I've got a Clint that I don't really know what to do with, so I think I'm going to build a Clint with a mortar. Phenomenal roll, Raider. We don't often get rolls that good, ever. You answered the call of the mortar god and were rewarded. Indeed. Mortars for the mortar god. Let's go build ourselves a Clint with a mortar. Praise his natural 20s. Oh, indeed. That was phenomenal. I'm literally blown away by that one. Super happy. So, I think we'll turn the Clint into it. It's mainly the only mech that currently has a ballistic with it right now. And our Clint has, I think it's 2 ballistics and 4 energy. So, it's not the best mech in the universe. I tried to make something out of it because we didn't have the heat for anything. But hey, that'll work out. War activities, Steiner did stuff and people did things. 5 days, 54,000. A little bit more expensive than I'd kind of like, but hey, that's going to be just fine. The Crab is a single day work in progress. It's 5 days on the Arbiter because, well, it lost an arm. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's go over here to the mech bay and take a look, see what's going on. Hello, Mr. Clint. Now, you can all see the embarrassment that is my Clint. And I'm sorry about this, but I was kind of rushed for time when I was building it, and I was like, what can I do to it? And I said, I will turn it into a discount Raven with a tag, a tagger, and an LRM with Narc. It was the best thing I could come up with at the time, to be completely honest. It does have an Ultra AC5, which was a lot of fun, but we're going to pull everything off this thing, because we're going to build ourselves a mortar carrier. And I think that'll be lovely. I don't know if we'll ever use it, but... And mortars are ballistic, so we're going to get a +1 accuracy out of that. Lovely. You did lose an arm, and... there's a refit eventually, but this will be fun. Time to unembarrass it. So, tagger off of there. No, I need all the heat sinks because it's got problems with heat. Okay, let's go grab that mortar, wherever it may be. Mortar 8, it's at the bottom of the list. Lovely. Boop, put it in the arm for extra accuracy. Remember the patchwork here, you'll want more tonnage. Yeah, I'm kind of limited on tonnage here. Although, I did get more endosteel, didn't I? I did, so I can buff that up by a ton. Got a patchwork material for 0.25 tons. So that's not the best thing in the world. I do have a prototype double heatsink, but a double heatsink kit to go with it. Would it be worth throwing an engine core up here? No, that would overbalance the weight way too hard. So we need ferrofibrous, because I don't think I'm going to have that much problems with tonnage. So we'll do that. We've got 9 more tons. Comm suite, don't need it. Sensors powered. Sensors powered goes where? What did you pull off? The spiked helmet. So comm suite plus the sensors powered. We lose our injury resist and our melee damage, but we never really needed it anyway, but we do lose a ton, which might be a problem. We'll work into that, but I'd like to get the sensors powered just for the additional targeting, and also because we almost never get it. Weapons, of course, we need ammunition for this mortar, and of course we have acid mortar, airburst mortar, and guided mortar, which is really cool. We got 3 tons of ammo for that thing. We don't quite need it, but we've got it. Tagger can go back there. Tag can go there. And what am I... So that is the ER medium laser that I need to rip off of it. What I can do, actually, is medium laser... there. Medium laser there. 1, 2, 3 medium lasers. I've got 1 more medium laser slot I can fill. Any case, I don't think I have case. Yeah, we're out of case at the moment. Which I know, this is a nightmare waiting to happen. But I'm not sure there's going to be much I can do about it. Part of it is it will be an indirect fire weapon. It's basically a ballistic version of an LRM, which is a little bit better, actually. It does have a minimum range of 180 meters, but we should be able to handle that okay. Honestly, I don't need the tag and the tagger. That's just nice to have, although they do weigh 2.5 tons when combined. Am I short in energy anyway? Oh yeah, and the CT. So I can pull this out and I can put another energy in here. Weapon, energy. Yes, it is indirect fire, so we'll try and keep it hidden. And with all the different kinds of mortars, we'll have quite a few options in order to make things happen the way we want to. But it's 120 shots that we put into this thing. I don't think we quite need that. How small is the engine? It's a 180 rated engine. So it's about as small as I can go before we really start having mobility problems. Because we're moving at a 9.5, which is a tabletop 4.6. It's a little bit slow. I'd like to move it a little bit faster, but I needed the weight as I was trying to build the last one. Because we don't have any engine upgrades. Throw out 0.25 tons. Actually, let's go... I've got a 180 in there. In order to get up to a 240, I would need 6.7 tons. Do I have a 200? I do not have a 200. So we're kind of stuck on this 180. This mech is still, to a large extent, a work in progress. Oh, crap. That's a problem. Pull the medium lasers off for a second. How much heat is this mortar generating? 30 heat. Ouch. That's a hot mama. Well, no, we can keep the lasers on. So the reason why we keep the lasers on is because if we're using the lasers, we're not using the mortar. Possibly. Although I could just invest in small lasers all over the place, but that would be terrible. We'll throw on normal medium lasers for now, but we'll keep in mind that we want to uprate the engine. Need 0.25 tons. That's the equivalent of LRM-20. Yeah, throwing an LRM-20 on a mech this size is a little bit iffy. Pull this off, pull this off. Toss a small laser in the shoulder, I suppose. Unless I got a half-ton support system, which I don't think I do. No, I do not. I don't really need the tag or the tagger. They're there for support systems, I suppose. If I dumped them, I could throw in more lasers, but I'm already at a ridiculous heat level here. Yeah, 30 for 72. That's really bad. Ideally, what we're going to want to do... Flamer for war crimes? Flamer is a full ton. I mean, they're heavy. So I'd have to lose one of my medium lasers, and at that point, if we're that close to each other, then we've got a real problem. Might be a better idea to use small lasers. Use the rest for heat sinks. What do you guys think? Do we keep the medium lasers as sort of a backup, or do we swap all the medium lasers for smalls and then fill in the additional heat sink, I suppose, that we could fit? Because that's kind of what I'm leaning towards now. I really don't want to, though. I really want to keep the mediums. You're not mounting that many lasers safely now without double heatsink? Yeah, we don't have any at the moment, unfortunately. We're looking for them. So we're short a double heatsink kit at the moment. Also, we don't have double heatsinks. Small lasers with heatsinks? Okay. Or go dual MPL? Oh, that is an idea. That's a very, very good idea. I did not think of that. I've got two of them. May as well use them. We'll go zombie mode on this. Put them both in the... Oh, no. We've got an open arm slot. We've got to use the open arm slot. So where is that patchwork material to give me just a little bit more? And then I can find 0.25 tons. Mostly in this arm. I don't want to reduce the back anymore, but I can reduce the legs a little bit more. Oh, yeah, because we're using ferro, it's just a little bit harder to do. There we go. So I was doing the CT rather than all the random bits. What, the 2 medium pulse lasers? Well, we get an accuracy bonus if we put it in an arm. So that's the reason why I want to put it in the right arm instead of in the CT. Oh, put the patchwork materials? Use that to cover up crits, actually. So yeah, we wanna get a little bit of an accuracy bonus off of this one, which it helps. Every little bit does help. And if we are using the MPLs, then shit has truly hit the fan, and we're backpedaling. We don't really need all of these, but it is going to be interesting to cycle through so many weapon systems. I'm actually a fan of this. I think this will be an interesting mech. It does need a couple of things to fix it out fully. We need to put a better engine in this thing. So a light engine plus a larger fusion core plus a dual heatsink kit. and that could really turn this into something fun. For now, this could be useful. It's a 40-tonner. We don't normally, well, we don't like to use 40-tonners because we want larger 50s and above, but we got to work with what we got, and I think this will actually work out quite nicely. The other option, of course, was throwing into the rapier, and that would be moderately ridiculous. Alright, so how long until our Arbiter is done? 5 days plus 1 for the crab, and how... We can take a lower level mission, I think. Double check, make sure the crab's not busted. Yeah, all's good. So we can take a lower level mission with this. This rapier kind of relies on a couple of things working out for it to be great, but it should be okay for a low level mission. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. Let's go take a contract. The B team is finally getting to stretch its legs today. Destroy base, ambush convoy, capture base, defend base, assassinate an insurgent leader at a 1 skull. Or a war criminal in case you wanted to go extra hard. Wait, no, which one's harder? The assassinate? It doesn't really matter. Price of discretion is an escort, which I think we want to take for cash. I want to take the insurgent leader. Pirate organization? Oh, and this one is against Lyrans. Pays out a little bit more. They will inside a bonus payment if you destroy the... Yeah, so that's going to be like 12 mechs. Let's go war criminal, just to make sure that we don't tax the A team or the B team a little bit too much. We're of course going to go for full salvage. We go full salvage whenever we possibly can. Everybody out of your mechs. You're all sleeping. Stay in your bunks. Succubus, of course, is our substitute crab pilot. Sumo is our substitute hatchet man pilot, which leaves Popo and Ek. Ek goes in the trebuchet, Popo goes in the rapier. And I think that'll work out quite nicely. Especially because, you know, trebuchet gunnery, we want the high levels. Alright, let's drop down with the B team and have a little bit of fun. Hopefully they don't get overwhelmed. I mean, it is a 1 skull, but at the end of the day, we are still kind of riding the knife edge. The Rumblers are doing very well, but then again, the Rumblers get to play 3 times a week, so they get a full hour of progress ahead of what the Black Sheep normally get. Maybe I should try and extend this to a 3-hour stream at some point. I'll have to put some thought on that. But the Rumblers are in a much safer, confident position. They can afford to lose half of a mech and not be truly badly affected because they've got so many 50 and 55-ton mediums at this point. Whereas, unfortunately, the Black Sheep, we're still kind of trying to scrape along a little bit, trying to keep our heads just above water. And we're doing okay. But at the end of the day, there's always that risk of where we're just kind of sitting. So with any luck, we'll be able to grab a couple of 50-tonners. We have gotten a lot of parts for those 50-tonners. We're starting to move into an area where we'll probably be able to get them. But for now, we are still treading water a bit, or trying to. So full-on assassinate for a war criminal. It'll pay out 142,800 C-bills with a maximum salvage of 3 priority and 13 additional, well, 3 of the 13, so 10 additional plus 3 priority. And yeah, let's rock and roll. And let the Lyrans know that, hey, we're not necessarily always your friend. Unlike the Rumblers, who have been just working with you every single opportunity they get. So, let's go and say hi. We've got ambushers and supporting forces. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. But they are spread out quite a bit from each other. I think if we dash onto these guys, we might be able to shoot down at them. But these guys are more on a more organic path. Ooh, how badly is this? Yeah, we're going to go through the forest. Sprinting time. Let's get going. So we're going to see if we can't knock out them one at a time. We're only facing 2 lances plus the primary, depending on what sort of bodyguard he has. So it's not as bad as the general, which is 3 full lances of just die, please. Nope, nope, not back there. We want you to sprint, and we want you to move forward, because that makes our life a lot better.
If I were planning an ambush, this is where I'd put it.
Ya think? Thank you for the super important information, Darius. You are always so wonderfully on time. So Ek moving up. Hopefully we'll be able to get him within dead fire range so we can really nail this guy when we actually cross over this. So we want to hopefully move before they can get onto us. Do all the damage that we possibly can. So just rushing up here off-road. We are technically in sensor range at this point. We don't actually see them.
Receiving you.
Yes. Darius, #1 intel officer, 3 years running. We've got a Vedette, don't care, a Galleon, don't care, and a Scimitar, also don't really care. So that's a little disappointing. Although it should be good for knocking down things. Oh, also something over here, apparently. Oh, has the ambushers already shown up? Alright, so the ambushers were light. They're already here. Got a Locust, not concerned. Darius lags on Chatty. What did I do? Alright, so far we've only run into a locust over from the ambushers, so this may not be all that hard. Cross your fingers. Oh, more sensor contact. So the locust for sure, and a commando also. Meh, meh, and meh. Let's deal with it as it comes. Hopefully. What was that? I saw something. It's a flea. A harmless little flea. We shall put that flea in a box. Put that box in a box. And we'll mail that box to ourselves, and when it arrives, we shall smash it with a hammer. So target me that flea, because I want to see if I can smash him with a hammer. 22% is not terrible. 25%? Yeah, 25% is better. It's only a scimitar, though. It's a one skull. Worst case is a single medium if that's a loss. I can dream, can I? Alright, we're going to multi-target. We're going to multi-target the flea. And the locust. Blast away, please. Oh, a decent number of hits. Already the flea's getting stripped a little bit. Fleas don't have a lot of armor to begin with, and depending on what kind of flea he is, he may have basically nothing. Because if it is a 15-ton ultralight flea, then we've got him. Those 50-ton ultralight fleas are ridiculous in several ways. They make a lot of sense, but ridiculous in several ways. And you're not quite within range, and Sumo can't see you, so Sumo's going to reserve. Ek is up. Ek can probably see things shortly. He'll basically stride over here and bombard everybody with deadfire LRMs, because he's really kind of good at that. Yeah, walk over here. LRMs to deadfire, if you don't mind, for 6 damage per missile. Let's eliminate a locust, if you don't mind. Oh, what's... ooh, wow. That's a blazing inferno. That we did not count on. Okay, so... Kill the locust, but the blazing inferno is the most important thing on the field at the moment. So this guy is terrifying. We've got to kill him. We've got to kill him now. Because he is nightmares incarnate. He's moving in an 18. Crap, he's going to beat everybody.
Ready for orders.
Popo's rapier is not in a position to do anything about it, honestly. Shoot down at him. 9.6. Sprinting to get around him. Yeah, but we're about to be quite fried ourselves, because that's a really nasty combination of what's about to come for us. Go up over here.
Understood. Moving fast.
And Vedette. No. Yeah, kill the Vedette.
Time to unload.
Okay, did a fairly decent job, but he's at full armor, so that's a bit of a problem. Oh, wow. Oh, it's... Wait, huh? Who fired a PPC?
Yes, Commander.
Succubus, I need you to hopefully get a direct line of sight. It's not going to happen, is it? I'm going to have to sprint for it, and then I'm going to be within blazing inferno range, and that's just going to be painful. Shoot him. Okay, we did get a hit on him. Lovely. That's an exposure right there. So he's now open. Crescent's Inception is one of the greatest additions. And the blazing inferno it is. It's one of the great additions to Battletech's chassis, and the blazing inferno is it. Yeah, he's going to hurt us a lot. Unless, of course, and we may get lucky, he may try and punch us. Because for some reason they do that a lot. But I doubt it. Nope, he's going for it. Oh, the lasers. How can you fit that many lasers on a locust? Not a locust. A commando, even. You're lighter than a locust. How do you exist? Oh, his heat is critical. That's how he exists, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. That Vedette was carting a... Oh, we got power armor. Fascinating. Okay. I'm not going to bother attacking you, because I don't think you're going to be as dangerous, because you're Fa-Shin and you're not a toad. Okay, Vedette's offline. Lovely. But we should be able to get a fairly decent number of shooting going down from the Raven, because the Raven's all about his scatter shot, so he might get a couple of good hits on there. So the Fa-Shin power armor is equipped with maybe a light PPC, or... Okay, a couple of lasers coming down. A couple of pulse lasers from the Galleon, so this is actually a dangerous Galleon. Galleons are weird. They're trucks with turrets on the hips. So what are you going to do with that now? You can come forward? He's going to back off. Okay. Can I come back to us, please? Because I'd like to kill the Blazing Inferno. He's more than a little bit terrifying. The Flea has come forward with flamers and a large laser. Oh, wow. So this ambush force is pretty impressive, honestly. They got somebody who comes in nice and close. They got somebody who sits at long range, and the Fa-Shin is going to punch for 71 damage. I take it back. You're a toad. Oh, God. Kill it, kill it, kill it.
Oh, crap. What was that?
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. Hatchet Man. 28%. Are you kidding me? Are you outright killing me? Wait a second, how's the hatchman up? The hatchman just went. Okay, we gotta start eliminating things. He's not gonna be able to step on him just yet. So we're gonna have to operate in a little bit more different ways. Hi, I'm behind you with a melee weapon. And you're dead. Good. So that's down. So 71 damage in one attack. That was not fun. The B team has gotten themselves into quite the interesting pickle at this point. Ek, I need you to kill him badly. I also need you to kill him badly. Can you do both? The answer to this question is no. He wouldn't even be able to get in range on that one, so we're just going to move. We're going to walk right next to Mr. Blaze-It. Oh, there's another one. What are you? Are you also power armor? You're a Raven. Okay, I don't care as much, because you're not in range to support. Hi. Hopefully. Goodbye. Okay, good. He's dead. Yes, I know. There was a ton of great equipment in there. No, I'm not risking that many medium laser shots again. You, on the other hand, also need to die a fairly severe death, because you have a large laser. Okay, that's also dead. Very powerful. Very light. Okay, so you have shoot and scoot. Lovely. Oh my god. How am I gonna kill you? I got a couple of hits. That's what we're working with. So, alright, let's see what they can do. Because we showed our hand, basically. We killed 3 things in this turn. Okay, getting shot at from behind. From whoever's the current master, but we're working on it. We took this one for salvage, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta kill. And I'm not quite willing to let that happen. Something toward the knee of the rapier? Have you not been here? We've got a Fush in power armor who has demonstrated that he's just as deadly as a toad. Actually, no, toads do like 80 damage, so he only did 71 with that punch. Alright, Sumo. 23 still. Not worth it. What are you? It's a locust. Are you kidding me? Alright, come over here. 66. 60, and that's not wonderful. But we'll work with it. Maybe 60%. Execute tactical maneuver, Sir Robin. Not yet. We're not at that point yet, but we're getting there. Inspired. Okay, now we can take on the Fashion. Because now that we're inspired, we can hit him. I think. 11%. Can you get to his back, please? You can get to his side. That'll have to be good enough. Hello. I am inspired. I blew off his hip.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Heck.
Standing by.
I need long-range missiles. I need them now. It's a 1.9% chance. I just need anything to hit the leg. Please, my man. No. It's not gonna happen. Okay, now we're in trouble. Because there's no way that Succubus gets that shot. She's not in a position to support it. He hasn't actually lost his leg. He's down to like one health left on that leg. More plinking locust fire. Could you just not, please? Don't miss. Oh, that hit the CT. There's not much of a CT left. Okay, can I get in within range? Can I shoot him? Can I do anything to him? The answer to this question and more is... activate everything. So, hot rod on, as well as the mask is on. Can I get a shot? Okay, I can get a shot. It's not going to be a great shot, but we're now using every card we have left. Oh, we hit him. There you go.
That's a kill.
I love that crab. Getting shot at from the back, but that's okay. You have back armor for a reason. Not much of it, by the way, but you have some. Alright, Sumo.
Yeah. What can I
Honestly, let's just go say hi to him. If it's just a locust, then we've got him.
Full speed, no shooting. Got it.
I'm kind of hoping it's just a locust, because if it's not, then we may be in trouble. Walk over here, take some long-range fire. I mean, it's only an SRM kit. But it would get our stability damages under control.
Roger that.
Just contribute a single ER medium.
Taking the shot.
Dink! Hey, we got him! We're going to turn off the boosters. Yes, indeed, we will shut that sucker off right now. Well, right as soon as he comes up. Sprinting right to you. Hello! I have 60 of these left, and maybe you'll enjoy them. Oh, the ECM equipment has been destroyed.
That hit something good.
And he's no longer evasive. Succubus, you have a 20% chance to fail, but you could succeed. A Locust PB. I'm not exactly concerned about that. He's backing up, he's backing up.
I'm being flanked.
You're fine. He literally, well, he could hit you, let's be honest, but he probably won't. Okay, Succubus, we did it. It was cool. We can shut everything off now. But this target is not evasive, and we have large lasers. Hi.
Firing on
Oh,
target.
the really cool thing about the Black Sheep is just how well they synergize with each other.
Reporting critical
It's
hit.
just beautiful. I mean, we've got the Deadfires, we've got the Crab, we've got the super fast. I mean, it's just a wonderful, wonderful teamwork setup, and I love it so much. He's backing up. Not all that far. He's guarded and entrenched. Popo.
Waiting for orders.
In the words of Team 4-Star,
Move order received.
Popo! There we go. I think he got him. Okay, so that's the ambushers out of the fight.
Go down.
Sumo,
What's up, Commander?
you're gonna go take him down. I believe in you.
All an ass.
Indeed. So Sumo's gonna head his way up there. Succubus will walk up at her much slower pace because we've decided that we're not quite suicidal enough to try and risk everything on her mech exploding because we go with the full pirate hot rod and the mask. But when you turn both of those things on, it's absurd. And I love it.
Orders?
You're gonna set to standard LRMs because it's beautiful, and you are too. And let's take a shot. Only 7%, but hey, it's gonna be fine. Any little nicking that we do. There we go, the target's been hit. As long as the target's not bugging out, I'm happy.
Wait for orders.
Waiting for orders? Okay, let's give you some orders. You got a 77% chance to go knock this sucker on his butt. Please do.
For physical attack.
He has just nailed every single melee attack I've asked him to do today. So there we go. That takes out the primary target. Everyone's been defeated. We did take a lot of damage on the Raven's leg, but hey, that worked out to be just phenomenal. Alrighty then. Victory, of course, shall be ours. Victory and all things. We can salvage parts. There's an HQ. Never mind. That's an HQ what? Yeah, the Hatchetman. Yep. Man, that Hatchetman has just been doing work. Does not miss. Phenomenal. Ooh, we seem to be a little bit low on cash. Let's go. Oh yeah, because we built a mech. So we are... A little bit of repairs required there. Took 10 damage to the leg. He had 75 armor in this leg. Just got torn right through. Oh, but it's beautiful. A lot of good kills. Let's see what kind of salvage we can tear out of this, because we got some really good stuff. We'll grab the Blazing Inferno, just in case. A couple of Raven parts. AC-2 Kaliyama. This weapon has a recoil of 1. The Kaliyama autocannons have increased damage, but increased recoil and heat generation. Autocannons are single shot. So it does 2 additional damage. Yay. I'm going to ignore it. Large laser, medium lasers, medium pulse lasers, machine guns, small lasers, SRM2s, all of them not good versions. Comm suite, internal combustion engine 175, Guardian ECM, it's not terrible. Heat sinks, 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 heat sink double. Stealth armor. That may end up being the roll, actually. All these heat sinks are worthless to us. We already have, how many? Like 20 something? 40! We have 40 heatsinks, so we don't need any of those. The Guardian ECM, on the other hand, is quite useful, and I could use another heatsink double in order to prepare myself for a heatsink kit when we finally get it. But the Guardian ECM is so useful. It's 1 defense and 3 electronics, which is quite nice, actually. Internal combustion engines I don't care about. The Beagle probe. Yeah, I know I don't have any ECM left. Which is why I'm thinking about dumping the double heatsink in order to get the ECM system. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. I want the Blazing Inferno part, just because at some point we may... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, 4 parts of the... So yeah, let's go grab that extra ECM. I mean, the comm suite would be nice, but I think we're sorted on that, and I want to be able to maybe combine those two at some point. So we got 2 parts of the Fashin power armor. We got the medium pulses, so that's really good. A couple of heatsinks. So we didn't get everything we wanted, but we did get a couple of parts of the power armor, which I kind of did want, because I'd like to get some. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever field it, because it seems to be moderately suicidal, but having it would be pretty cool. Alright, let's see how much... Well, we already know how much we're going to get. Let's see how much the damages are going to be. Hopefully not too bad. That's the plan and the hope. So cross your fingers on that one. But no guarantees. If there are two or more ways of doing something, one of those ways can result in catastrophe, then someone will do it. Yes, indeed. Murphy's Laws. Alrighty, so I think it's probably not going to be more than 5 days for that repair. I mean, we did lose an arm on one of our mechs and it didn't take more than 5 days to repair, so we are good on that. So with any luck, and cross your fingers, we'll actually have the Raven back in relatively short order. It did okay. It had decent maneuverability, and the SRMs worked in the way that I had hoped they would by just being able to get a little bit of damage on targets that were very hard to hit. So the SRM 12 pack I'm kind of okay with. 23,000 for the next 8 days. So a little bit longer, but that may be damage to other mechs. After all, we did take a lot of plinking damage on everything. So that tends to make his estimates a little bit less reliable. Crab and Trebuchet will be done. Rapier in 4 days. Hatchet Man will be next. Yeah, so we gotta chill for a bit. 1, 2 days. Stop. Is the Arbiter done? No, the Arbiter's not done. Double check, make sure that nothing in the bay is being totally broken. Yeah, no, they're all good. So the next mech that we are currently on wait for is the Rapier in 3 days and the Arbiter in 4. Meantime, all of the A team can get themselves back in. Oh, stop. Play casually. Morale increased by 2. Lovely. You never want to win. If you've ever watched Band of Brothers, take that to heart. Never make these guys owe you. But yeah, so let's go and double check the mech bay because we have to repair the Arbiter. Hopefully we can, well, we will get another mission done in the next 6 days. That will happen. Wait, what happened to you? You didn't lose anything, did you? I didn't think I'd lost anything. Oh, the lower leg. Patch that sucker up. What's your problem? One or more locations destroyed. That'll be resolved. Yep, we are replacing the leg actuator. That will take less than a day. Lovely. That's back in full trim. You lost an arm, which was unfortunate because we needed arms. A large laser, medium laser, and a tagger. Pull that off. I thought we also lost a probe. Apparently not. So weapons, support. Do I have a tagger? I have a tag. So I don't have a tagger. I'd have to rip it off the Clint, and I kind of don't want to do that. So where's another ER medium laser? Thank you. And I have 1.5 tons. 1.5 tons gives me another tag. And that gives me half a ton to do something with. Who has half a ton of anything? So we're all filled up on energy. We have a couple of our support slots filled. We have no missiles. Unless... do I have half a ton of rockets? I do. I absolutely do. Okay. Just for giggles. You've got half a ton of rockets until I can get my hands on the, is there... no, that's more than it, isn't it? Yeah, that's a full ton. It would be nice to get the pirate... to get the flamer version. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll give him a rocket launcher. And then once we get our tagger back, we'll put that back in. But that's going to do it for today's stream. We've been streaming for 2 hours. We've accomplished quite a bit of work, getting ourselves fully familiarized. The Black Sheep getting fully used to .999, doing a wonderful job of things. I'm very content to see where they go on. Again, Laurendell created a brand new icon for the Black Sheep. It is absolutely awesome. So everybody make sure that if you see him in the Discord, give him a hand because that was amazing. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I see more content like this, we do Starfleet Command on Mondays, or Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We've just about to finish our Hydron versus Lyran campaign, and we'll be starting a new one on Thursday. Just a little bit of spoiler for anybody who thinks that it's going to take longer than that. We also do RogueTech on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That is Rippers Rumblers at this point. They're a little bit further on in the campaign. Got a whole bunch of 50-tonners and working through a jungle world at the moment. And yeah, rocking and rolling with a brand new Silver Bull Gauss mech. And then, of course, we have the Black Sheep Squadron that we stream on Saturdays. We also stream a Federation versus Klingon campaign for Starfleet Command on Wednesdays, if you're interested in any of that. But yeah, leave a comment, what you liked, what you didn't like, any sort of suggestions you might have. Always love to get input from the stream. You guys tend to have a lot of great ideas, and I love incorporating them in. Anyway, and I will see you all in the next episode.